What's going on, everybody? Y'all know what time it is, man. It's another episode of Goat Talk. I am your conductor, your coordinator extraordinaire. I'm going to navigate you around the world or the highways and byways of the power rankings as they be right now post draft. I gave them to you pre draft, but here they come post draft. We're going to do it as we do. So let's get into it.
Appreciate it, Mr. Davis. What's up? This is Thomas Davis, man, and you are watching the Black Cat Panther podcast. Make sure y'all tune in all season long.
Yeah, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast.
Can I run up the score, run up the board, breaking them all? Ay, ay, walking the door, you know what happened? We step on the floor. Ay, ay, coming from on, you don't want problems, you already know it. Ay, ay, come on to it, you already know I'm finna go do it. Ay, yeah, I'm locked in and I feel like Mark 10. Ay, walking to a room, chest up with my chin. Ay, already finished for this joint, if it begin. Ay, when is what I am, I cannot ever pretend. Ay, yeah, never pretend. Ay, back in the lab again. Ay, you when I touching the friends, ayy. You when I touching the can, ayy. Putting the points on the board, I'm killing the boys, you know what it is, ayy. Switching the moves, no number two, I came in to win. They said I'm tapped in with the action. If it got the master on the master, I can never move passive. I'm active, I can make them go ghost on this cast. But wanna know who running it, just ask us. On the track, I'm gunning it, I'm blasting this, that gas, that diesel, Shack and dog.
You know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat, ayy, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast, my whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat.
Yo, what up now? Hey, man, let's get it. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what we doing around here. It's post draft. I gave it to you pre draft. Nothing but the power rankings. How things was getting ready to go down. But right now, hey, man, we were very excited about the Carolina Panthers draft. Um, You're a fan of this show? You know what time it is. You know to wipe your feet off and don't bring that bullshit up in here. So I'm gonna only give it to you the only way I know how to give it to you. Raw, uncut, unstripped. This is not for the camera. This is not for the weak at heart. Hey, all we gonna do is get into it. And once again, anytime I give you these power rankings, I tell y'all this is not me. I get them from the NFL. I get them from CBS. The whole nine, all these networks, ESPNs, and all that. That's who I get them from. Their compound data, not my. I didn't go out here and rate every one of these teams. And this ain't what GOAT think. This is what the NFL thinks, and this is what CBS Sports and all those other guys like that think. So you know your favorite teams and all these guys and all this stuff like that, you think, oh man, and I'm gonna run down these rookies who they said stole the show or the draft grades from CBS Sports and stuff. So I got a good one cooked up for you. So y'all keep coming on in. Go share it to everybody. Tell them we on if they didn't get a notification. The whole nine. The boys gonna come on in a little bit later on, whatever. But y'all getting ready to hear me for a little minute because I got to give you all this stuff right here. That way, as we get into camps, as we get into preseason and all that, you can already be like, well, they said this dude right here was jumping off the screen. And if you been here with us, y'all already know. Y'all already know. Y'all have y'all some draft aficionados because we've been talking draft and we've been talking, what the Carolina Panthers should do, what some of these other teams would do if you tune into the tailgate and all these other places. So we've been letting you know around here how it was going down in the first place. All right, so let me get into it. The things the way I see it, and the things the way these things should be going right now. I did and now this right here, what I'm getting ready to say, these statements that I'm getting ready to make right now, they're pure goat statements. You know what I'm saying? They're pure. They're some of my takes on things. You know what I'm saying? Just the way, like I said, the way I see things, the way I got some things going down. All right, let me get to it. Uh, we had a show yesterday, and I was listening to some of my guys, right, as everybody was talking, you know, about everything that was getting ready to go down. We had a thing, I think it was between Red and Pop and some of the guys about the receiving corps in the NFC South. I think that the Tampa Bay experience, and I'm just being 100% honest as I can be, the Tampa Bay experience level, because they're the champs to one of us beat them. Whether it's the Saints, whether it's us, whether it's Atlanta, they've been running this division. You can't deny it. That's nothing but a fact. I really don't give a damn if that hurts your soul, hurts your heart, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's a fact. That's not nothing I made up. That's not nothing, you know what I'm saying? That's far fetched out there. Baker Mayfield has been one of the best quarterbacks in the NFC South since he stepped over here. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin's been getting hurt. That's why they drafted a Mecca Buka. Um, they got another guy last year. I forget his name, but you know who I'm talking about. And then the tight end, that Durham, Baker done brought him along when Mike Evans and Godwin got hurt. So y'all want to fight over Carolina and Atlanta and this and that, but it's clearly Tampa Bay. NFC South goes through Tampa Bay. With that, as far as the receiving corps, and that's just the team we got to beat. That's the team we striving for. That's the team we looking at and saying that's setting the benchmark that we're trying to get over the hump with. Now, whether as we get into it later on in the season, and we be like, yo, okay, we can win this many games, we can do this. This guy looks good. Oh, this guy's gonna be whatever for us. We got to do this next year in the draft or whatever. We're getting that during the season or preseason looks at things or how ah, you can't really gauge a whole lot of shit at camp. All this shit right now that I'm talking about is a lot of speculation stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff to say, okay, this looks good on paper. If if Dave Canales does this, if the coordinators and the coaching staff, blah blah blah, Everrow and all these guys, we're doing a lot of if maybe what was, you know what I'm saying, type stuff right now, and that's good. That's good. It's the right now for me. The excitement hasn't been so high in the last 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Because let's just be real. A lot of the drafts, man, been fucking trash, man. We gave up all that shit for Bryce, so we didn't have the picks. You know what I'm saying? I seen a thing, and I'm gonna show y'all this. You know what I'm saying? Later in this segment of how you know they Chicago is still just last year that this draft was the last piece of the puzzle that they kept was getting shit off of us. You know what I'm saying? Like we going into the store, oh yeah, go ahead and get a dog. That's on me. That's the way we've been doing Chicago since we made that deal. Everything they done benefit, they still got. We still bought them motherfuckers lunch this year at the draft. You know what I'm saying? They had our second round pick. We still bought they goddamn lunch, you know what I'm saying, at the draft on day 2. They still eating off of us. So let's next year we go in there with a 100% full loaded clip, our loaded clip off of what we do this year right here is ours. We're finally out of that fucking deal. Okay? So enough said about that. Enough said about that shit. But hey, it happened. It was we like I said, we done paid our debt off. We done paid our damn debt off. But let's get into it, man. KJ the Great, man. C, what's up, my dog? Relax and talk sports. Glenn White, Earl Locklear, man, Dopey Nightlife, the real Sunchild. Man, y'all keep coming on in. Like I said, let me go ahead and get to it. It's a couple things that I'm gonna get into today that I'm get to you guys. So, like I said, as the NFL and all them see it, I'm getting ready to give y'all these power rankings. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to give y'all these power rankings, and I'm gonna break them down. I got time. I'm gonna go ahead and start breaking them down. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into this content. Number one, they got the Super Bowl champions, man. They got the Eagles. They got the Eagles. One, the Eagles had a hell of a draft because the Eagles, as we said it on the draft show, the Eagles don't have to reach for nothing. The Eagles can let the board come to them. They're stacked on the defensive line. They got their quarterback in place. Jalen Hurts, to me, not just to me, he's not the best quarterback in the league or anything like that by far, but he makes plays happen when he has to make plays. Like, I'm gonna tell you, man. Y'all go look at that Super Bowl. Look at the Super Bowl before that. You know what I'm saying? The year at the okay, last year's Super Bowl. The year before that, he hit a roadblock. Y'all can blame it on the coordinators leaving and all kind of whatever this and that. Didn't look like the same guys that played in the Super Bowl prior to that year when they went up against Kansas City. But that boy made the throws to AJ Brown and Smith and stuff when he had to connect it on a dot on a rope. You know what I'm saying? He existed between the time he gave the ball to Saquon. He ran when he had to run. He tush pushed when he had the tush pushing. All kind of shit like that. Y'all want to talk about ultimate game manager or the guy who elevates the team when needed? Jalen Hurts. I mean, go look at it. The eye test, the tape, the proof is in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? Does Jalen sit there and he say, "Oh man, Jalen gonna sit here and throw for, you know what I'm saying, 350 or something like that"? Nah, you know what I'm saying? He does what he has to do. Red Swan, what's going on? Uncle Quan, I see y'all, boy. Hey, he does what he has to do. So you got once you have a general manager like Howie Roseman that's got his pieces in place, the Jalen Hurts of the world, like I said, the Browns, the Smiths, the offensive line. After Travis Kelsey left, they implanted, they, you know what I'm saying, his successor. They already had that ready to go. They not sitting there saying, "Oh man, let's look for a center." You know what I'm saying? They had it already on the roster. He was being mentored by Kelsey. You know what I'm saying? When this guy left, this guy, Fletcher Cox, you know what I'm saying? Fletcher Cox out there at the racetrack, out there racing. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying his life, enjoying his retirement. And then who? Jalen Carter and the rest of the game come right there behind. Ain't missed a beat. They let the tackle who we took a swing at, Milton Williams, go. Josh Sweat come back up there They got a replacement, but they end up drafting some people. I told you guys, Big Tight, what's going on? I told you guys that this draft was full of talent. Then people say, oh, no, it's not gold jacket talent. It's not this, that. Man, you have players position on the board rating. I told it so damn much that I said, I'm sounding like an echo chamber. Let me shut my damn mouth. Y'all see, sometimes I say, I don't even be on here. I don't even be on here because I know I'm gonna be repetitious and say the same shit. And then people gonna say, oh, I'm tired of hearing the same shit. But the shit was true because of the simple fact that, bruh, you had players rated from 91 all the way down to like Cam Johnson, who we got, is rated a 78, 79. That's a starter. That's a day one. I like the guy to be right there, 80 or something like that. But shit, that's a starter. Bro, that's a starter. And then he said at the nose guard position, right? At the nose guard position, you're saying that's not a pretty go get sack position, this and that. He's the nose guard is a space eater. You want him to be the nastiest motherfucker on the planet. Animal is a fucking wild bull hog. If you niggas ever been, if y'all want to go with me, go to South Carolina or motherfucker upstate North Carolina, well, not upstate, on the coast of North Carolina, go hog hunting. Now you carry your monkey ass hog hunting and you don't know what the fuck you doing, you gonna get tore up. A hog, if you corner a motherfucker hog, you hunting a hog, he got tusk, what they got, they razor sharp. Them boys is nasty. They get in the mud, they get in the dirt. If you ever back them into a corner, they coming up out that motherfucker jumping, squealing. Just, you know what I'm saying? Raising pretty hell. That's the meanest, nastiest motherfucker on the planet, fucking far as an animal. A warthog hog would take on a fucking lion if you corner his ass. He coming up out that goddamn corner. And that's the way a nose tackle's supposed to be. Right there between them. You want a nose guard to be so goddamn nasty that that center can't handle him, and a botch play, he getting triple teamed by the two guards. You know what I'm saying? And he just, you know what I'm saying? If he got to go down to a knee, if he got whatever, he be rolling or whatever, he just raising hell between that A and B gap. I'm not saying Cam Johnson is that nigga, but he's rated at a 78, 79, top 20 in that draft right there. You had umpteen nose tackle, three techs, zeros to fives, wide nine guy in that draft, and you pulled him out of there in the sixth round, rated at a 78. And niggas gonna tell me they wasn't talent or they talking about they good players in that draft. You got people that's rated that high coming out of college. What the hell you think they're gonna be in year 3 of the NFL? Think about it. Use your noggin. If you're rated 78 and above, and you're falling down to the sixth round, you're not just it's that good. Till you got sixth round talent ranked at 78, a 78 rating. You understand? In the sixth round, not a developmental guy, a starter. So I'm telling you, this was a generational type draft right here. When we said Dan Morgan couldn't fuck it up, you're right. Hey, he was a steal. He was a steal in the sixth round. I think it was fifth or sixth round. Right around he went in. You understand? Rated at a 78, that low around, because people still getting edge rushers coming out the board, corners coming out the board, offensive players was coming out the board. A lot of people didn't start going offense to the fourth round, man. But niggas was telling me that this draft had just had good players in. Wasn't nobody worth the number 8. Y'all hear niggas say that shit on running podcasts out here. I don't know what kind of research they was doing, but they was saying that. Who's gonna get our 8? Who would y'all? Ain't nobody worth the 8. You know what I'm saying? You're crazy. Not for a team around here that needed everything. Anyway, the Eagles, number 1. Number 2, Baltimore Ravens. Loaded. Loaded already. Lamar and the gang and the boys. You know what I'm saying? And then they went and beefed up their defense because this was the defensive draft. Because that's what they known for, defense. They'll be right there back in the mix. That's why they got them ranked number 2 in the power rank. Number 3, Kansas City Chiefs. Right back in the mix. The strong just end up getting stronger. So you say last year that we went toe to toe with Kansas City. A lot of people went toe to toe with Kansas City because guess what? Kansas City this is probably the week last season was probably the weakest Kansas City has been in the last 5 years. Think about it now. They come in the Bank of America, whether they underestimated us or when you travel a lot of times, it is what it is. And you know what I mean? But they didn't wow or blow a lot of people out. They just stayed right there with their championship DNA and they cruised to 13, 14 wins or whatever the fuck they had. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care. But you take it for whatever you see in it. If you want to glorify what the Panthers did in a loss to Kansas City and say you building on it, be my guest. Be my guest. We talking about the here and now. Right now, after the draft, going into the pre-part of the season, but post-draft, they're ranked number 3. Kansas City Chiefs. Y'all know who they is. Buffalo Bills. That's got to come to Bank of America this season. Josh Allen. Y'all know who they are too. Ranked number 4. Rounding out the top 5, the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions, man, like I've been telling y'all since Dan Campbell got over there and they had that hard knocks. And I've been talking about Detroit, and I said, man, watch Detroit. And then that next year, the second year he was in there, man, they won a bunch of games. They was in a bunch of games offensively, and they was just missing some defense. And then in year 3, they had a defensive draft when they went and got Jack Campbell and Aiden Hutchinson and all those guys, man. And then boom, right after the draft now. I'm telling you this to say things change after a good draft. I'm not sitting up here and saying but Detroit, if you just go by what they did, a lot of games that they lost a year prior to, they ended up winning. Then they started getting championship DNA people in preseason. I'm not preseason, but free agency and things like that. And don't forget about their coaching staff, how they lost both of their coordinators this year. Because when you start winning and stuff like that, you got good coaches. And then everybody gonna come at your coach. You see what I'm saying? We ain't got there yet because nobody ain't coming after our coaches. Think of this you in your head scratcher. Like I tell y'all all the time, ain't nobody coming at none of your damn coaches. Ain't nobody coming for none of your players to tell them, hey man, Come on over here. If you look like you getting ready to go to free agency, you know what I'm saying? You getting ready to want all the damn money out here at your position. So right now, I'm not telling you, like we say, temper your expectations or whatever, because I'm excited. This year, I'm looking at this was the first step. This was the first step of the building block. We ain't even in the building yet. We still building the steps. We ain't even walked in the building yet. So don't get ahead of yourself. Don't get ahead of yourself. We still building the steps. And we just built the first step to me because all them other drafts and stuff was bullshit. It was bullshit. Number 6, Washington Commanders. As rightfully so, because the damn Commanders, day one, when JD5 come up off that motherfucker out of LSU, he is the man. If his sophomore slump is 2-3 games back, they're still a hell of a team. Do you understand what I'm saying? He took first year quarterback, rookie. I don't want to hear no excuses out of anybody, ever, 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 ever. Washington was not sitting there groomed and ready to say, oh man, Washington gonna be it. Ain't none of you motherfuckers said that Washington was gonna be the team to beat over there in the East. If you did use a lie, or it might have been somebody on a Washington fan on a podcast, somebody that Washington to the heart, to the core, gonna say, yeah, we're gonna win this shit. Like every fan base do. Like fan bases, like fans over here do. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. That's the only way that you thought, oh, with this rookie quarterback and all these free agent pieces and stuff like that, that Washington was getting ready to go to the NFC Championship. No, you didn't. Number 7, Tampa Bay. I just told y'all. So y'all see what I'm saying is, I'll tell y'all shit. Go, you don't know what you're talking about. I told you we were getting Tech McMillan. I told y'all this, I tell y'all this, I tell y'all that. Then I tell y'all so much I have to back up off y'all. Y'all, that's just like family. Just like a regular ass family member. You try to tell their ass something, this and that, it's like you lose your breath. Like you're drowning damn near. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody waterboarding your ass. Because I'm telling you so much. I'm telling you. And then, you know what I'm saying, get old and stale. But it be the truth. Let's do something about it. Because I'm telling you, and I be telling you the truth. I just told you. That's why they got them ranked number in the top 10, number 7. Y'all seen when where they were ranked when I did they were ranked outside of the top, not after the draft. They went up 2 spots. Told you. And it's not like I said the other day. They said, "Oh, Mecca Buka, should have took over Ohio State." People pressed the boy. People played the boy because they knew he was one of the best on the team. And then some offensive coordinators, coaches use that your best player as a decoy, and the other cats get off. But you already know who this guy is, cause he's still gonna give you 800 to 1,000 yards and shit like that, and garbage work, yak and stuff like that. He's still, when you have these good players like that, you cannot take them 100% out of the game ever. You know what I'm saying? They still like at them times when, hey, I need this. Hey, I need that. Hey, um, they got us. We need that yard. He gonna get you that yard. You know what I'm saying? That's the guy you gonna go to, cause that's your star. Whether he ain't caught a ball all day, and y'all know how that shit is. Y'all watch enough football around here. You know what I'm saying? The people that's over here are the people that's watching a football podcast this time of year. Know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is, man. Number 8, Los Angeles Rams. The Los Angeles Rams was sneaky good last year. They drafted well the last 2 years. They drafted well this year. Like I said, they moved up 2 spots themselves. Sean McVay is still the dude. He finds coaches on his coaching staff, or he goes out there and he's known and respected around the league and go get these coordinators and things like that, and they gonna make shit happen. They go out here and they make shit happen. LA, you say, oh man, LA gave up this draft pick and that draft pick and whatever, and they still end up finding talent. They built that defense in the 3rd and 4th round last year, end of the 2nd round type players, and just end up coming out with damn near 2 rookies of the year, a hell of a player in Byron Young the year before that. You know what I'm saying? They know how to pick talent. That's why they sitting here in the top 10. Green Bay Packers. So that's 2 teams out the North, out of NFC North right there. And I told y'all what we would have to do to be a playoff team, because that's just 2 teams right there in the NFC North. Last year we had 3 with Green Bay, the Vikings, and the Lions. You see what I'm saying? There's your wild card, because first you got to win the division, and that automatically gets you one. And then boom, 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 we start the record fight in the wild card. You know what I'm saying? With that. So it's gonna take 11 wins, y'all, or better, to get in this motherfucker. Let's just put that elephant in the room. And when elephant shit, you know what I'm saying? He in the room. There you go. I don't know how else to put it, bro. That's what it's gonna take. 9 wins ain't gonna get it. It's gonna be a valiant effort, commendable from where you have been, or we have been in the last couple of years, which I think now they can do it. I'm positive to say that they can do it, to get you 8, 9 wins now, depending on certain players and what they do and what they become. But just let's hold this thing. Let's hold this thing. Green Bay, number 9. And rounding out the top 10, the Vikings. That's why I said about the North, because that's what I told you. Them 3 teams right there is in the North in the top 10. 3 teams in the NFC in the North is in the top 10, just in the North, in the top 10. And the Vikings, so I mean Tampa Bay. So we got 5 teams out of the top 10, 5 teams that's around there close to us. 3 coming out of the North and 1, you know what I'm saying, in our own division that's in the top 10. Y'all see what I'm saying? And the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? That's 6 teams in NFC. NFC getting back stacked, y'all. NFC getting back stacked. If you haven't noticed the weather report, the NFC is getting back stacked. The NFC was down to the AFC, you know what I'm saying, just a couple years ago. But now, so that's what it takes. Drafts, free agency, and stuff like that. And these teams start back they have an off year or 2, and then they start back building. They don't lay down like us and have about 8 years off by changing the ownership. And I think ownership finally gets it now, you know what I'm saying? Or getting close to finally turning that corner. Ownership. And I tell y'all, what I keep telling y'all, ownership, GM, head coach, quarterback. So I'm thinking ownership is finally, eh, you know what I'm saying? They still want to be hard headed with certain things, but they'll learn. This year right here, no excuse year. Y'all done told me that before. But really, really now, I think a lot of people, if some shit happen the wrong way, some people gonna turn their back on some people. Some people gonna turn their back on some people. And y'all know what I'm talking about. And they're going to say, we got to get rid of these people because they're holding us back. Really and truly. So we can be in the top 10. Number 11, Denver. Both Cephas Nicks. A quarterback. What a difference a day makes. You see what I'm saying? Go get me a quarterback and see what I do. One of the best defense. They go get another corner, man. Their defensive backfield is crazy. The defensive backfield is one of the best in the NFL. What more can I say? What more can I say? What more can I say? Rookie quarterback that just he took them to the playoff. Defensive backfield, a hell of a head coach in Sean Payton. What more can I say? Cincinnati number 12. You see how Cincinnati one draft and they back up there. Jamal, Gibb, not Gibb, damn Chase, Joe Burrow, T. Higgins. Hey dog, offensive juggernaut. I think they ain't got a running back to replace your boy that went over there to Texas. A little bit more defense. Number 12, ASC, right there in the fight. That's a team that's hard to beat every year anyway. Number 13, Los Angeles Chargers. Jim Harbaugh steps in there, cleans house, makes the playoffs, come back next year, top 15 team. Justin Herbert, if he clicks that corner right there, he's got the ability to do it. He's got the ability to do it, folks. Number 13. Number 14, CJ Stroud. That's all I gotta say, CJ Stroud. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what team it is, this and that. This team goes where CJ Stroud and his offense goes. They got Will Anderson and all them boys on the other end. They didn't have a lot of picks this year, and they sitting in the top 15. They didn't even have a lot of picks this year because they traded with Arizona to get back into the fucking first round, pick Will Anderson. So to come back this year, they didn't have a fucking first round pick. The quarterback is just that good, people. That they gave up their first round pick and they keep making the playoffs. Son of a bitch. Top 15. Damn. Number 15, man. San Francisco 49ers. Kyle Shanahan then will be back. You can't keep a good dog down. Their defense, they went out there and they which one of them boys they had picked? Mikael Williams. Yeah, I know I wanted Mikael Williams over here. They pick up Mikael Williams to go with Bosa and them, man. They right back in the thick of things. And in the West, you got at least two teams out there in the West. I'm not gonna count Seattle. I think they rebuild a little bit. Arizona is who they is. Cause you know how we talk about Murray and all them boys. They is who they is. They on the schedule this year, but it is what it is. Number 16, man, Caleb Williams and them boys. The Bears, the same. Like I said, we they ate lunch off us. They 16. I ain't even gonna talk about the Bears no fucking more. When the Bears might be one of the teams that hate because they been eating off us. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even talking about the Bears. Number 17, man, Pittsburgh Steelers, and they ain't even got a damn quarterback. Number 18, who I just talked about, Arizona Cardinals. I mean, they go as far as Kyler Murray take them. 19, Seattle Seahawks. They ain't even really that. Like I said, they got rid of Geno Smith. They really ain't got nothing to talk about. But they sitting here 16. They picked up Jalen Merrill. They got, I think, Sam Darnold went over there. We'll see what's going on. Number 20, the Cowboys. 21, Atlanta Falcons. Y'all were hiding that. You know what I'm saying? Post draft. A lot of people don't like the moves that you made, but I'm like, now this is one I do not agree with. So all my Atlanta Falcon fans in there, y'all should have been ranked higher than that. A lot of people think y'all should address some other issues, but I think it's your damn defense. I think you're pretty much not say, oh man, you don't have to do shit on offense, but I think you're set on offense enough that y'all to me, Raheem, your general manager, I call his name when I ain't thinking about his name. Um, why I want to say Mickey Loomis, not Mickey Loomis. That's over there at New Orleans. But that motherfucker, I'm not calling them geniuses or anything like that, but they see things a little further down the road. Terry Fontenot, they see things a little further down the road. That was the right move. I'd have made that move. I'd have made that move. And so Atlanta, I don't think that. I think that's bullshit. They got y'all ranked at 21. That's probably the only thing I don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? Um, they think you should have went. You know, from what the article reads, that y'all should have went maybe different players and your Kirk Cousins situation and shit like that. And I think it's more of the Kirk Cousins situation. It's almost like y'all guys were saying yesterday, oh, y'all don't know what quarterback. They know. Kurt is not their quarterback. Michael Penix is their quarterback. They don't, other than all the shit swirling around in the news, all the stuff swirling around in the news about that, which I don't even think is going to be a distraction. I think they get Kurt away from the fucking team via trade or cut his ass or just send him the fuck on home and go play ball. And I see Red in the chat and things like that. He'd probably agree with me. Just get that distraction up out the fucking way. And I think that's what they're talking about. But I'm only be real as I can be. I'm not gonna sit up here like you would get some of these guys do fuck that. No, y'all don't want 21, man. Y'all better than that. 22 the Dolphins. Miami. The Tyreek Hill situation and this and that, and then they didn't have some picks, and then the other year where they got picks taken away from them or whatever, man, they fell off the top of the mountain. You know what I'm saying? This is a team prior to that was winning 13 and 14 games a year. Had that fast offense and this and that with the outs and shit and this and just and getting the ball out quick with Tua. But people have caught up to their ass. They got your game plan, homie. Mike, whatever your name, Mike, the damn head coach. They got you. They got you playing, buddy. You understand what I'm saying? You came in as an offensive genius at this new innovating shit. You use Vic Fangio as a scapegoat. All he did was carry his ass over there to Philly and get a chip and get a ring put on his finger. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't Vic, and plus a lot of your defensive players got hurt that year, but it wasn't Vic. Mike McDaniels. It was your ass. I mean, you go up there and press your guys, man. When you got a lot of these guys that get yak and you got a quarterback that can only throw in these short yards and shit that don't have this. And I'm echoing this thing because some of y'all motherfuckers over here was talking about we need to do like the Dolphins. We need to do what the Dolphins do. We need this and that. And I'm gonna tell y'all what. They did it. They went out there and did it. They went out there and got us guys that can get yak and this and that. If you got a team with good open field tacklers, there's your safeties and your corners and stuff that can come up and hit them guys at the point of attack here and there and not let them spin off the ball and get, you know what I'm saying, and get them yak yards. You're not doing shit but chipping down the field. You do not, a team like that does not have a 3rd and 15 in their bag. You understand what I'm saying? So you get ready to punt that bitch. You get ready to punt that motherfucker and get the other team some field position. You don't. You just don't. You're not that type of ball club where you could go out there and get 20, 30 yards when needed. When you can go out there and do this, we're going to be run heavy. We're going to control the clock. We're going to ground and pound. We're going to, you know what I'm saying, do things like that. Look at the offensive line. Look at what you got in the running back room. Your personnel in the backfield ain't up to snuff. Right now, but I'm not. Like I said, I'm not gonna be that dude right now because I'm positive right now. The way from what I seen on paper after the draft. 23, Indianapolis Colts. 24, Carolina Panthers. We moved up 2 spots, y'all. 2 spots from 26 to 24. You got to see the needle for, and then some of y'all was hollering playoffs, 10 plus wins. You moved up 2 spots. Let's be realistic. I'm happy for it. I'm happy about the draft. But I'm not jumping off no fucking cliff right now because it's still buttons that need to be pushed around this mother. New England Patriots round off top 25. Las Vegas, people love the Austin Jitty pick, the Jack Betch, and them guys like that. But them passing over Shador Sanders, Geno Smith is going to come in there. He's still going to have to acclimate, you know what I'm saying? You, let's see how that looks. Let's see how that looks. It's gonna do a little something, but you still in there with Denver and Kansas City and people like that. The New York Jets, 27. Cleveland Browns at 28. They move up 1. That's probably because, your 5th round quarterback and that situation and all that bullshit. Jacksonville Jaguars went out there and picked the motherfucking corner / wide receiver. That's why they are where they are. That's why they an expansion team that came in there with us and haven't had half the success that we have had. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? They have drafted, man, I know 3 or 4 number 1 picks in the last 10 years. And look at where they at. They can't draft. They can't draft. Number 30, New York Giants. You ain't got no quarterback. Some dumb motherfuckers picked over Sanders too. Coach Brian Daboll said Shador was arrogant. He didn't like her. Something other come out said, I guess he didn't prepare and read one of the packages or something that they sent them or whatever. I think what he did was outthink himself. They got Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston and stuff over there, but that's on a 1-year deal. They probably going to end up signing Russell, you know what I'm saying, again, because you're going to have to. Not less. They could be smarter than we think, and they could be tanking. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people say the Saints are doing. Number 31, the Saints. At 31, the Saints. They dropped 3 fucking spots. But they went out there and before they went out there and got Tyler Show, the dumbest shit I ever seen. They got offensive line pieces. So y'all take that for what you do. And the number 1 team, the Tennessee Titans, that picked up Cam Ward, who people around here said was going to be such a star. It was this quarterback that's jumping off the page, Cam Ward. I don't believe in Cam Ward, y'all. Y'all know that. Link is in the chat. How did y'all like the power ranking? Y'all come up, man. Holler at your boy. Y'all let me know what you think about everything that I just said about Carolina Panthers and the rest of the league. George Kittle just signed a 4-year contract, y'all, with the 49ers. So he going to be there. You know what I'm saying? He going to be there a couple more years. So you see these NFC teams and how they coming off. Um, I'm gonna give y'all some more little tidbits about this draft and the rankings on the draft. Some of these people think, now this ain't me. Once again, it's not me. It's the NFL. That Indianapolis coach, when they went up there and they picked a Tyler Warren, that's something that they needed, a tight end. So that's when you get these draft grades come into effect and give you your A's and your A pluses. Y'all see, like when we be doing these mock drafts and stuff, and you pick a good player, and it might give you a B, and you be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? He's a good D tackle, but you don't need a D tackle. That's not your A plus need. You know what I'm saying? When they go there and say you need a quarterback, that's what the fuck you got to. When you don't pick that quarterback, when you don't pick that distress area of need, that's when you get the B's and the C minus and the B minuses and shit like that. And you be like, well, damn, they picked uh, uh say New York. Say they picked Abdul Carter, right? And you're saying, because they gave them, hold on, y'all, hold on. I'll tell you. Let me go to another one I had right here. I give you this other one I had right here. Where the draft grades came off the board. Where the draft grades came off the board. Hold on one second. Okay. There it is. This is what I was just talking about. All right. So these are the draft grades. Once again, I gave you the power rankings now, post draft. I'm gonna give you some of these draft grades. Now, Tennessee Titans picking Cam Ward got a B minus. They needed a quarterback, but like people didn't think Cam Ward was the best quarterback. The media once again hyped them or bullied them into picking this boy number one. You see what I'm saying? They got a B minus, and y'all said, "Oh, he the best quarterback. He the best quarterback in the whole damn thing." But no, a lot of people didn't see him as such. A lot of people didn't see him as such. And I can't do it 3-3-6. I can't jump off the cliff with you right now. I can't jump off the cliff because I know better. I'm not just gonna run up there because people holler, hey, this gonna be this. No, no hell no, you won't get me. Not me. Link in the chat, y'all. Link in the chat. No, you won't get me. But okay, Travis Hunter, A plus for the Jaguar. Now I just got through talking shit about the pick, but they gave them an A plus. To me, I'm saying like this. This is why I talk shit about it. Cause I'm like, yo, what is he? Or what is he gonna be? Some people just said he was the best wide receiver. Some people don't say because see Will Johnson, he dropped. And people put him as the best corner. Then Travis said he wanted to go now. He want to go to a team that was gonna give him burn at both positions. So to me, you got a gadget man. I, that's them giving him an A plus. But that's the way I looked at it, and that's the way I'm. You know what I'm saying? That's just my position. I'm dug in. You know what I'm saying? That's just my position on it. To you show me Travis Hunter, if Travis Hunter sit right there and don't give up, I mean lockdown corner, and then comes in on man offensive shit. 10, 10. If he comes in on 10 offensive packages, then I might say, yo, dude. Um, yeah, you know what I'm saying. You got a 2 for 1. Jacksonville, you got a 2 for 1. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Abdul Carter. Just like I said, they gave him an A because he was clearly the best player in the draft. He could have easily went number 1 to Tennessee, and they probably would have gave him an A instead of the B minus they got if they'd have picked Abdul. You see what I'm saying? Nobody would have said a damn word if they'd have picked over a quarterback, ran it back with mayonnaise banana boy, and you know went and got a quarterback the next year because this was not a quarterback's draft. You know what I'm saying? From what everybody say, or go back in the 3rd round. You know what I'm saying? Pick up a quarterback like a lot of people did, 3rd, 4th round, 5th round, where most of them was graded at. And everybody looked at Tennessee like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I see that. Yeah. And just strengthen your sometimes you got to strengthen the other side of the ball versus that side of the ball. Quarterback position, I tell y'all, is the most important position in professional football, in professional sports. You live and you gonna die by your quarterback. Did they reach to me? Y'all know how I feel about Cam Moore. If he show me different, okay. You know what I'm saying? I was wrong, but I don't think he will. I think he'll be one of them, not saying worst rookies or bust type rookie or anything like that, but he's not a franchise game changer. No, not at all. Number 4, the Patriots got Will Campbell, and they gave them a B minus. I mean, because another thing, just like I said, is position. The Patriots, they self said that me going out here and getting this offensive tackle. Now, some people say he got the short arms. Once again, here we come with another short arm guy. You had, was it Panay Sewell? One of them guys earlier that had the short arm. And then, not Humphreys. But y'all know who I'm talking about. One of them had the short arms and ended up being ranked one of the best tackles that year, that damn near rookie of the year that year because of the short arm. Prototypical type. Sometimes you got an outlier. You got outlier. But they do that for a reason. They do that for a reason, man. And the reasoning is you get that long arm guy, he can get that leverage and get that reach on you and things like that on that left side of the ball. That left tackle is usually a more fluent, longer arm, slimmer, not as stocky, build, faster, fleet of foot tackle than the other guy on the right. Speed to power complementary players on the bookends of your offensive line. Bam! Speed to power, your D ends, your edge rusher, we've been talking about. Complement each other on the right, the left side. Same thing with your guards, man. You got the bigger, bulkier guys on that right side. You got the more athletic guys on that left side because you got speed coming off that left side. That's just the way you don't rewrite, man, or try to damn fix the wheel, or you know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. Prototypical size and just prototypical. That's it's just prototypical. Uh OTF Mike with the 499. Go real talk. Don't hold back. What you do have to see in your quarterback to see, okay, we can move forward with this guy. I'm not going to talk about the quarterback, OTF Mike. What I'm going to do with the quarterback. I'm tired of shitting on him. If y'all think I'm shitting on him, which everybody thinks I'm shitting on him. Every time I talk, people say I'm shitting on him. I just want, if you're going to think about it, y'all, head scratcher once again, think about it. Look at what we've been doing the last couple of years. Investing in wire. Just think about it. Just think about it. Just think about it. Let's just be real for 1 second. Let's be real for 1 second. 3 years, we've drafted the same position, wide receiver, off the ripper. You ain't got Mango, second round, top of the second. You ain't got Leggett, damn near top of the second, because you gave up the first round pick or whatever. So top of the second. Then you ain't got McMillan, first chance you got to get a number one. Three, three, 3 years, 3 drafts. What did we do that for? Or who did we do that for? You see what I'm saying? And I know you're gonna have some people that, you gotta get them a weapon and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we know that. We know that. 100%, we know that. You got to get weapons and things in the building. But you have seen around this league, that's why we just don't talk 24/7. Carolina Panthers, we tell you about other teams, what they doing, how they look, how things come on. You've seen people do more with less. If you say something, you're lying to yourself. You've seen people do more with less. You seen it. That's all I got to say. The Browns went and got Mason Graham, and they gave that a C+. I told y'all that this boy was not the best defensive tackle in this draft. I told y'all that. I told y'all that Kenneth Grant makes Mason Graham. I don't know, Goat. I don't know. Mason Graham was the weakest motherfucking tackle in that lot. He's not strong. He's not a strong. He's not a strong. He's not a strong guy to be up in them trenches. Technique, yeah, he got it. You can see it. But pure strength, mean, nasty motherfucker. That's not him, bro. I told y'all and I told y'all. Kenneth Grant eats up the double team. He's in a lot of one-on-ones. He's in a lot of mismatches. A lot of time, that shit ain't gonna fly in the NFL, buddy. He gonna disappear like a fucking fart in the wind over there in Cleveland. What's gonna happen? It's a good thing. If Mason Graham is on that board, you gotta get Mason Graham. No, Kenneth Grant would have been the mix to put with Derek Brown, bro. Kenneth Grant would have been the mix to put with a Derek Brown. But hey, Austin Genty, the pick for the Raiders, end up being a B plus. Um, the Jets got Metabugu a B minus. Tech McMillan for us was a C. A C. Because everybody knew we should have went defense. That's why I was saying, and I told y'all earlier the reason why Ted McMillan is a good pick for us. Ted McMillan is a good pick for us. Don't get me wrong, but they wanted us to go defense because we got 3,000 yards put up on us. We should have got we got Ted McMillan now. It looks good on paper, but it would have been an A if we'd have got somebody like Kenneth Grant, like I was sitting here telling y'all. One of the best zero tech Walter Nolan or somebody like that. That's what we got an A. Because that was our need should have been our focus along that defensive line. Red, how you making it, Red?
Go. What's up, my brother?
I can't call it that, brother. I'm just trying to educate out here. You
Well, I
understand?
appreciate you
I'm
doing that. You know, you
I'm
you
just
you, you let us know often that this is an educational channel. You
yes,
come
sir.
over here. You know the goal of the host of this show is to enlighten you and give you some good NFL information and education, man. So I wanted to pull up GOAT, man. I was trying to see if anybody else was gonna hit the link, man. But you know, I like to talk these power rankings, man.
Yeah, I love him. I love him myself.
Yeah.
You and Omar up here right now, but let me finish these last two. I'm gonna give y'all
Yes, sir.
finish
Yes,
the
sir.
top
GOAT.
10.
Yes, sir.
Now, um, that Kevin Banks Jr. for the Saints, like I told y'all, that end up being a B plus. I like that pick. I like that pick for them. I like it. I like this kid. The kid nasty. And then number 10, Loveland. I told y'all about Loveland. I said Loveland was the best end, and yes, he was. And that was an A for the Bears. That was an A for the Bears. So that's the top 10. Later on, as we get into the show, I'll give you 10 more, and all the way to 32. But what y'all think about that top 10 right there?
It's a good top 10. It's a good top 10. You talking about in the draft that came out in the draft?
That's how CBS Sports graded um these picks
What did they
right here.
give Carolina? I just hopped
Well,
in.
I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna let you and Omar talk on that because you know I don't. You know, I actually thought that Jalen Walker was considered a top 10 pick, and y'all had an obvious need, as you said, go on the defensive
Yeah.
side of the ball. But I don't. You know, hey, if you don't want to rehash that hash or them you know them hash browns or them eggs, I'll let it alone. Go. I'll let it
Well,
alone.
well, well.
I wanted to talk to you, Red, because I want to know what fine and draft picks are the Falcons giving up for that
None,
data breach that they had.
none, none, none. Didn't have shit to do with the
Yeah,
Falcons.
and that's bullshit. And that's
None,
bullshit, Red.
none,
That's
none,
bullshit. Yes, it did,
none.
Red.
Didn't have shit to do with the
Red,
Falcons.
your coach,
And
yes,
and,
your
and they
coach does
weren't the
not
only,
know
and
how.
they weren't,
Your
and he
coach does
wasn't the
not
only
how
kid who
does
did
not
that.
no.
But go ahead, go ahead.
Your
So what,
coach does
Omar? So
not know
what
how to
you're talking
protect
about,
personal.
Omar?
Uh,
What you're talking about is the
yes,
prank
sir.
call to Doyle Sanders,
I
right?
am. Yes, I am.
And the kid's son
Yes.
seeing what maybe walking into his
The
dad. His
defensive
daddy might got
coordinator,
a yeah.
not the
He
offensive
might,
coordinator, the
well,
defensive
well, well,
coordinator.
well. Let me just set it up for everybody. Since we going there, let's just say you got a home office at your house. A lot of people does. You know what I'm saying? Or a room that you work out of or whatever. You know, you
Yeah.
anybody. If you was in your garage or your wood shop or whatever, and your son or your daughter walk in there because you got shit laying out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, go.
You
Please say
got
the age. This ain't no little child. This ain't no 5 or 6 year old. Please, this is a
He's
20. That kid was 21. Go. He's a
Which
21
means he
year
can be
old.
held
He's
accountable
a
for his
he's
own
a 20.
actions.
Okay, exactly, Red. Here's my part. I work in finance, so I work with people's socials, banking information, all type of stuff. We go through trainings on how to protect that information so stuff like this does not happen.
It's called
That's why
PII.
he had
I deal with it every
exactly.
day too.
Exactly. So, like you said,
Yeah.
and I work from home as well, and so I have people that can walk in and see stuff as well. If somebody was to get a client of mine at my job's information and
You're
steal
supposed
their
to shut your
social,
computer, and if you have a key card, you're supposed to pull it
is
from the computer.
exactly. That's why I'm
Yeah.
holding the Falcons accountable, specifically the defensive coordinator. There should be a fine or some type of loss of draft picks because what he did by just having that information out there was compromising.
Okay,
That's
so
that's
let
what
me
I'm
say
trying to get
this.
at.
Let me say this. You're saying a lot, and you're going real deep into it. Now, let me say this: the NFL is still researching it, so there's no guarantee that there won't be some action to be taken. Secondly, let me say this: um, if the NFL had a protocol in place that said that you have to protect it and these are the steps in which to do it, then I'm sure he will be held accountable. But when you
Yeah,
started talking about what the NFL has as far as policy in place to take draft picks from an organization, you're going a long way, homie. You're going a real long way. And if that's what you're expecting, I'll be honest with you. I would expect to hear you come back and talk about the other clubs where the people were connected to them that did it. And then secondly, I didn't really, or lastly, let me say this and I'll let y'all talk. I didn't realize people were that damn concerned about Shador. All I heard was Shador hate leading up to the draft. But
that's
go
true.
ahead,
That's
Omar.
true.
Go ahead.
And I'm gonna say something with it though. Just like you just said, real HHNT says with a $2 super chat, which we appreciate. It will be a fine. They won't take a pick. I don't think, and I'm agreeing with you. I don't think they'll go far as to take a pick. Now, if it had been something, say like Mike Green, right, and Mike Green hadn't been to court, right, for this alleged whatever he put his hands on, whoever he put his hands on in high school or in college, where he got kicked out of the University of Virginia. Okay, now let's say that shit was still in court or behind closed doors arbitration or something like that, right? And somebody leaked that. You see what I'm saying? That's more important than Shador Sanders' fucking cell phone number to me. You know what I'm saying? Now that would be warranted because that's
I'm
a
just saying.
active
I'm
and
just saying,
ongoing
go.
on case.
This is the
I
second
mean,
off season where Atlanta is doing some more sneaky shit, man. I'm trying to hold that Atlanta shitty ass franchise accountable for always doing this sneaky
And
shit.
it's
That's what I
coming
care
through
about.
loud and clear
They
in
could
your
have prank.
voice. It's
They could have
coming
prank
I
loud and
called.
think
clear
it's
They
through
could
more
the
have
of a
prank
in your
called
voice.
anybody.
Omar. I think it's more of a hate for
I'm
Atlanta
tired. I'm tired
It
of
than
the.
it
is.
is
Yeah, I'm
Detroit.
It
tired of.
is.
Yeah, I'm tired of the
It is.
Falcons getting away with this stuff. Go. I'm tired of them getting away with it. Go. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it.
Now, okay, well, BJ, welcome to the show. BJ, what you think, BJ?
Um, I came in at the wrong time.
Yeah, because I thought but it's all good. It's Goat
It's
Show, BJ. I thought we were gonna talk about the power
it
rankings,
was
but hey, I
it
can
Well,
was
yeah,
understand Omar wanting to
we'll get
avoid
back
that.
into it. We'll get back
Okay.
into it.
Yeah.
it
I mean,
won't.
you know what I'm saying? We can go any way, Red. We can go any way. You know what I'm
I'll
saying?
Yeah,
just
yeah,
We
say
can
yeah.
go
I'll
any
just say this. I agree that it's probably a finable offense, but the breach wasn't that deep. It was a family member, and we could just leave it at that. And then that's a warning to everybody
I
else.
need
And then
draft picks, BJ. I need a draft picks and about a
well,
five
you out
hundred
for
thousand
blood.
dollar
You out
fine.
for blood. I'm on Dairy Queen today,
Yeah,
so
way.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Blood. He
Take
out
that
for
up with
blood.
Roger Goodell,
He out
Omar.
for
Take
blood.
that up with Roger
I need
Goodell.
750,000
The
and like
billionaires, or the rest of them
I need
billionaires,
that.
and see how far that
I
gets
know
them.
you ain't got. I know you ain't got a first next year, so let me get the first after that. That's what I need.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Damn.
Well,
He won
Omar,
first round
when it
draft
comes
pick.
to that, well, go.
Hell, fuck the
Let me
Falcons.
inform him
Go
about
fuck the
something.
Falcons.
Let me inform him about something. Uh, and when it comes to that, Omar, we actually do have a first next year. The thing is, we just got him in this year's draft, James Pierce Jr. So it was a swap. It was a
I
swap.
know.
We
I
just
already
got him in
know.
this year's draft.
That's fine.
You
You
don't
know he a
understand that,
Carolina
do you?
kid, so and
You don't understand that one, do you?
I already talked to him. I understand that one, and
Okay.
that's hurt because I want to get a James Pierce jersey, but I can't do that. I
Yeah,
can't do that. I
yeah,
can't put no
yeah.
Falcons gear on.
No, I don't want you to put Nan on either. Because like you say,
Nah,
it's
like I
fuck the
said,
Falcons for you. It's fuck the Falcons.
it's fuck the Falcons.
Yep.
I hate that family play for the Falcons, but it's still fuck the
Yep.
Falcons.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Okay. Well, now let's get back to the Falcons. Let's get back to the
Thank you
Y'all
for
might
Falcons.
letting me
actually get
talk about
around
that,
of
Goat.
us one day will hate that run that deep, boy. When you
Let
say fuck your
let
family, I mean shit.
I fellas.
Shit.
Let's get back to the Falcons. Let me go. I'm gonna for the guys just coming in, and I'm gonna go over these one more time. Okay. Now these are I already did the power ranking, but these are the grades that the top 10 got. Tennessee Titans got a B minus. The Jaguars got an A plus. The New York Giants got an A. The Patriots got a B minus. The Browns got a C plus. The Raiders got a B plus. The Jets got a B minus. Carolina got a C. New Orleans got a B plus, and the Bears got an A.
Mm.
So are y'all in agreement? with that top 10
Nah.
and who you don't agree with?
Who was the other? Who was the A's again?
The A's end up being Travis Hunter at the Jaguars,
Uh huh.
Abdul Carter at the Giants.
Okay.
Who else got an A? And the only other person got an A was the Bears for Carson Loveland.
That's the tackle, right?
No, the tight
That's the
end.
deep. That's the
Oh
tight
no no
end
no 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 from Penn from what is he, Michigan?
for Michigan. For Michigan, yeah,
Michigan,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That's that I can see the A on that. I can see the A on that one
Oh,
because if
I know it.
he
'Cause
turned him into Sam
yeah,
Laporta, I mean shit.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
He
another
got that
receiver.
potential. He got that potential, BJ.
But see, on first blush, go. I
Uh
can
huh.
understand how that might not be given an A because then you have to talk about who was a higher prospect, him or Tyler Warren, right? So that might be what they're up against there. Um, the Saints definitely don't deserve any credit for taking anything other than a quarterback with the chaos they're having in New Orleans. Now they got a tremendous need to shore up that line, and some would argue you need to fix the line before you stick a quarterback behind it. And
There you
there's a
go.
lot of yeah, that's a legitimate argument. But I cannot give the Jaguars, well, maybe I can give them credit for swinging to hit the fences. I think Cleveland is showing why they're such a suck ass organization again and again. You don't give that pick up. You take Travis Hunter right there, and then you get what you need in the rest of the draft. You don't do that. If they had a
But if the
if they had
Cleveland
a
is Cleveland need red, does Cleveland need Travis Hunter?
okay,
Not
so
right now.
for Cleveland, what I'm gonna say was this: if you didn't have another quarterback after Cam Ward rated high enough to take number two, then you take the surefire generational player in this draft, whether that would have been for Cleveland, Ashton Genty, Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, whoever it is, you stay your ass right there and you get one of them three players. They wound up not getting either one of them.
But see, if I'm thinking if Cleveland would have stayed there. Now this is me, and y'all react on this how you want to. If Cleveland would have picked Travis Hunter, well, the Jaguars picked Travis Hunter with Trevor Lawrence. Travis Hunter is listed as a wide receiver slash corner, not a corner slash wide receiver. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
the Jaguars already have your so-called generational quarterback or a top whatever quarterback, whatever anybody ranks him. Some people say he's this, some people don't like him this. Some, you know what I'm saying? You still can't deny the numbers that he got on the board. You understand
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
They already have a quarterback. So when they go get a wide receiver slash corner or whatever, they get an A plus. Cleveland picks
Yes.
Travis at number 2 with no quarterback. You see what I'm saying?
I
Hmm.
got
That's a
you.
C pick for them.
I got you.
That's
And,
what they're
and
saying.
yeah. And I can't argue with it, from either direction. Go. I just think that Cleveland, to me, they fumbled the bag, but they've been advertising the whole time that pick was going to be for sale. So,
And if they really like I said, if they really like Mason Graham as that was their top player for who they
then
wanted,
they
I mean, you
still
can't
got
be
him.
mad at
Yeah.
that. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't be mad at that because you would have looked stupid as hell taking Mason Graham at 2.
Facts.
Yeah,
You would have
I
looked
agree with
stupid
that,
taking
Omar.
Mason Graham at
I
2.
Facts.
agree with
So
that. You look stupid
over
taking Mason
over
Graham
over
anyway
Travis
because,
and
like I told
Abdul,
you,
you would have looked stupid.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd have
And
took
so that's my thing.
Abdul
If the
Carter.
Panthers really wanted Jalen Walker, you trade back. Like if
Did the
say
Browns get another one for this trade back?
I
Yes.
think I
Oh, it's
don't
worth.
even know
Oh
Yes.
off the
yeah,
top of
yeah,
my
yeah.
head.
That was definitely worth it.
Yeah,
They
that
Yeah.
was worth it.
rebuilding. They rebuilding.
That was worth it. They
Yeah.
rebuilding.
They ain't about to
And
make a
then they
run no
come back
time
next
soon.
year.
That's I
Yeah,
really
and
don't know what
there
they're
you go.
doing.
They're going to be a top 5 team again next year,
That's a
guaranteed.
fact.
Then you get your
So
quarterback.
then they go get their quarterback. Then they go
Yeah.
get their quarterback. They know what the
In
fuck
a
they was doing. See,
in a
they
much
have
better
one thing
class.
about them. one thing about it, okay, you got Panthers fans on here right now, and you got Falcons fans. One thing about them, they got diehard fans that's gonna be there. That's blue, damn near. They
Yeah.
a blue blood team. They been here since the league started. They
Yep.
got fans
Yep.
that's willing to wait for them. Now over here, and
No.
with y'all red, them
Yeah.
motherfuckers ready to hang your ass
Fickle as
up
hell.
against
Fickle as
Tomorrow.
the
hell.
day tomorrow.
Fickle as
You know what I'm
hell.
saying?
Yep.
No, we ain't gonna stand for it.
Yeah.
So they can do that.
Yep.
I mean, that's very smart. If you look at it, you're trading back, you gain a 1, and you're still in the top 5. That was a pretty good move.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're still in the top 5, and you got another 1 in your back pocket for next year. So they're gonna have 2 1s next year. Then
No doubt.
who did they trade with? The Jaguars for that 1.
They
And if the
traded the
Jaguars,
Jaguars. The
if they
Jaguars went
stink
up
it
and
up,
got
there might
Travis
be 2
Hunter.
top 10s if they stink it up.
That's what I'm sitting there trying to tell you. Because they're
Well,
going
go.
to.
Do you think?
Travis
Do
Hunter.
you think that they was harsh on y'all for taking Tet?
Yeah, because we should have went defense. We should have went along the defensive line, Red.
Yeah.
We got 3,000 yards put up on
It
us.
We eventually did though.
it depends on Red. It depends on who you ask. Some people understand getting Bryce that number one receiver potentially, and some people like Goat saying you got to go fix the worst defense in the NFL. So that's why the tech
Right.
grade was so either
That's
A
why the
or
tech grade
C,
was low.
because
Yes.
It was a C.
there
It
was
was
no
a
in
C.
between. It was either I fully understand again tech, or y'all need to work on y'all defense first. I was
Yeah.
always one
BJ,
of
I can
tech,
understand if
so
they didn't address the
they
defensive
said,
line. I can
yeah,
understand that,
exactly.
but they
Overall, the
did.
grade has to be an A.
BJ,
Yeah, for just
BJ,
the first
you
round
go
pick, I
here
understand.
again 3 years in a row. You go and go get wide receiver. 3 years in a fucking row now.
Yeah, and we've done this before. You know,
Yeah.
we've
That
done this
says a lot.
before. We've done this before in the past with Dwayne, Jared, Kerry, Cole, but all, and we've done this before till we got the
Yep.
right guy.
And,
You know,
and go what I saw something before the draft. This should make you excited though. You want to know our last 3 second round picks? Terrace Marshall, Jonathan Mingo, Jonathan Brooks.
with them, that was some
Those were
bad picking.
those was
That
the
was some
last
bad
3
picking.
second round picks, 3 in a row. So I'm happy we went defense in the second round with this edge.
But
I
I
was
mean,
telling Logic we was going to get a good defender, a good defensive edge there in the second, and I think we did with scoring.
we got the same guy, just like not the same guy, but in the same situation. James Pierce was high last year. Scorton was high last year. They had off years for various reasons. I think Scorton has better excuses because he went down to a loaded defensive line at Texas A&M,
And he picked up weight.
and he put on weight to fit that scheme. And
And BJ, watch his Purdue tape.
I seen him. I seen him.
When he was smaller and what he did.
Yeah,
Watch his Purdue tape.
if Shamar Stewart wasn't there, he'd probably go first round.
Yeah, that's who he is now. His Purdue tape a year prior is
Without
who
the weight.
he is now. Exactly.
Because he put on
Watch
weight when he went to Texas A&M because they asked him to do it, to move in a little bit because that line was loaded on down there. Like, oh, Lord.
I think for me personally, the only 2 picks that I would question is, and not even question, I understand picking up ETN as a running back. I think you maybe went too early on running back. And I don't like the Ransom at safety pick just because, hey, I'm an Ohio State fan. I've seen Lathan Ransom play for 5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
He's nothing different from Trevin Moore. We need a free safety. So that was my only thing. We got depth as a special team safety and a backup to Trevon. But if he's starting right away, I think that's going to be an issue. If he's starting right away, that's going to be an issue because you got 2 corners who are box safeties. I mean, 2 safeties that are box safeties.
Omar, you can't deny Ransom come up and pop your damn ass now. Like
I said, yes, he does. He does.
He
He absolutely does.
Now,
It's the coverage,
support,
though.
I'm not mad at it.
Run support.
I'm not mad at it.
Reliability and coverage.
But guess what though? We got to take care of this run game first. We got to take care of something first.
Yeah, we got to take care of this run game. I'm not mad at it.
They addressed the run game.
Pop your motherfucking ass.
Yeah, BJ. No reason we should be getting ran all like we did last year.
Oh no, that's not happening no more. Especially when they picked up old boy from Florida. I knew it was a wrap.
I don't mind the Trevor Etienne joint. I didn't mind taking a running back right there. But if I was gonna pick a running back, he out of the like 10 that I saw that I liked, he wouldn't have he was on the bottom end of it. I wouldn't have picked
He's not. I don't think he's all around. I heard he's more of like out the backfield type
he
of
can
running
catch
back.
he can catch
Yeah,
the
that's what
ball.
I meant.
He
Yeah,
can
he's
do it
more of an
all.
out the backfield.
He's not sorry or nothing, but he ain't like the expectations they got for him. He's He ain't exactly live up to that just yet.
But
Well, you might be surprised. He might fuck around, be number 2 for a season start because he nice like that. I'm telling you, he ain't got too much tread on the tires. When he came back from Georgia after that injury, he was like a bat out of hell.
I don't hate the pick. I understand getting a running back because you
I
have
don't
to.
hate it either. I don't hate it either. I know he's
Because you
I
talented.
can't
love
rely
Ollie
on
Gordon.
Jonathan
I love
Brooks.
all them other running
Yeah.
backs, but he's right there with him, bro. I really do think he is. He's going to play more than people think. I really
I
do.
hope he does. I really
And
hope he
then the
does.
last pick as well. That was a great pick too because he's going to be our returner,
Oh, Jimmy? Yeah.
Jimmy Horn.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
And you get him in the space and let him take the top off the defense, man. You opening up so much. This is why I like this wide receiver group. Everybody's not the same like 2 years ago. You had all similar players. Now you got a whole smorgasbord to pick from of different types of receivers and how to
And
attack a defense.
facts, BJ. And then with Canales and Izzy, they are primary wide receiver coaches. So I like what they're doing to that wide receiver room. Get some vets in there, get some young guys in there, and you choose who's going to be the best. Pick
You
who's
know
the
what?
best.
That's similar to, I'm gonna go to basketball. That's similar to Detroit. They had a young team. They wasn't doing well, but they mixed in vets, and now look where they at. They done turned the whole damn franchise
You can
around
say the same
because
thing.
yeah,
The Houston Rockets. You get
yeah,
a Dylan Brooks, Van
you
Fleet to
mix
go
in
with
some
some young
vets.
guys. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I feel you.
yeah.
Nah, that's right. Like I said, I still think it was a good draft. Personal players, there's little nitpicks everywhere, but I can see the vision. I feel like this
Ain't
team.
nobody trash. Just to say that ain't
Yeah,
nobody trash.
I can see the vision leaving this draft for what they want this team to be. Even if we want to run the ball 30 times, we still got enough weapons to throw it, and we're not going to get beat in the
Right.
run like we did last year. And I can't, as a
ETN's gonna
Panther
come in
fan, you
handy.
can't be mad.
Second half of the year, ETN's gonna come in handy because Chuba Hubbard could never, not taking nothing away from him, but he can't withstand a 17 game season by himself. That's not gonna work. We saw that
Now,
last
now,
year. He's a good running back,
You don't forget you got Rico Dotto on that too, man.
man. I think
hey, y'all check this out. Now I'm gonna come with a couple lists right here, and again, y'all see if y'all agree with me. Anybody in the chat want to put it in? Links in the chat. Y'all come on up. Okay. Now we're going to the last 3 years. That's why I said earlier in my soliloquy about the last 3 years of the draft. Right? I said we pull a wide receiver. Right? Last 3 years of the draft.
Mhm.
Now you got the top 10 list for the last 3 years of the draft. We didn't make it, y'all. We done pulled wide receivers, and we ain't in the top 10. Here go the top 10. Let's see if y'all agree with this. Number 1. Now, this is for the last 3 years now. The LA Rams, Puka Nacua. Number 2, the Jets with Garrett Wilson. Number 3, Malik Neighbors. Number 4, Jackson Ajigba. Number 5, Drake London. Number 6, Brian Thomas Jr. Number 7, George Pickens. Number 8, Chris Olave. Number 9, Zay Flowers. And 10, Rasheed Rice.
none of them missed.
I just want to say off the rip, I know Puka and it was somebody else. Those weren't first round picks. It was Puka and somebody else you said that wasn't a first
No
round
way
pick.
say top. No.
Ejigba
They
went
wasn't.
first.
But
Ejigba went
Okay.
first. He went in the first
yeah,
round.
but see, these wasn't first round. These ain't first
I
round
know
guys.
Puka.
But
Damn,
these
it was
are
one of those other
these
names.
these are wide
Yeah, that's just
receivers.
overall.
The
Yeah, that was
last
just
3 years
overall. Yeah, that was
overall,
just overall.
overall,
Top 10
Yeah.
in the
overall. The
NFL.
last top 10 in NFL last 3 years. They don't have to be a first round pick or whatever. My point was the Carolina Panthers done picked receivers 3 times. You understand what I'm saying? And didn't even make the list. And then y'all don't. And I ain't heard
Now,
y'all
now,
disagree with it.
now, Xavier Legette is technically a second round pick. People like to put him. I know he's first, but that was a second round pick, y'all.
No,
Come on.
no, BJ. It don't matter. It don't matter about first round, second round, or whatever. These
Okay,
are guys in the
first
last
receiver.
3 years. Yep, these are
Mhm.
in the last 3 years that come in and produce. Last year, because number 3 was Malik Neighbors.
Thomas.
You see what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Right.
Brian Thomas.
Yeah,
You
you
see
had
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Brian
Brian. Yeah,
Thomas.
yeah,
It
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
have to be.
you
yeah.
had guys that
These ain't
came
got
in
to
right
be
away and had
Puka.
that impact.
Yeah, Puka Nacua picked. When did Puka get picked?
5th round?
That was like fourth or fifth round. I know it was late.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was late.
this list is not compiled of just first rounders. Now, you know what I'm saying? It's guys that come
Yeah,
in
and I
and
was just
did
bringing that up
work
for context, like you said. Yeah, right away. And
right away.
hopefully T Mac can have that same approach. I think Leggett still had to go through it. Yeah, in theory, I don't
We'll
think we
find
need him
we'll
to do it
find
right
out
away
this
just
year.
because the
So
wide
We'll
receiver
so
room
go.
has
My
talent.
bad, Omar.
But
My bad. My
Say
bad. Go
what
ahead,
now?
bro.
No, you
My
good,
bad.
Red?
So go. That's where I got into the argument with Pop
No, you good.
yesterday.
I
I
wasn't
wasn't
saying nothing.
talking
It's all you.
about. I wasn't talking about the Bucks. I mean, I had stated early on that the ridiculousness, and I said it was disrespectful that I was hearing people saying that the wide receiver room was the best in the division, and I said that's so disrespectful to the Buccaneers wide
I can't say
receivers.
that right now.
That was that was the first thing I said, BJ. But then,
I can't say that right now.
they just got deep in the weeds about the kid they just drafted from Ohio State, Ibuka, and all this other stuff. And I kind of let it alone, man. But I don't, because it's a no-win argument for me. I can argue till I'm blue in the face. They're not gonna give me the fact of how Drake London has elevated his play to being in the top receivers in the NFL. They're not gonna give me that. So when I said, you drawing all these comparisons and start talking about Ted had more yards in college the
Well,
last
that's
2
reaching
years
right
and
there.
Drake
You
But
gonna
did
let
yeah,
this
listen
year.
to
that's
Drake.
reaching right there, man.
I say
Drake,
he's a
he's
rookie,
not a
man.
top receiver, Red. I give him second
You
tier. He
see what
may
I'm
be
saying?
mid
Go.
second
You
tier, but
just
he's
read
not
the
a
list
top
off to
receiver.
him and
He's
still
not,
this.
Red.
You see what I'm saying? So when I
Drake
came
London
up
name
with the
was on there.
argument that you don't have the second best receiving core in this division, I couldn't even get it to talk about the Saints with Brandon Cooks and that kid Rashid Shaheed
And
and Olave. I couldn't even get there.
And
But I understand Hope.
and I know a lot of time, we get here
Drake.
and we talking as a Panther, you know what I'm saying? And it's fuck the rest of them, cause they are division rivals and stuff like that. But you
Yeah,
know what
it's
I'm
like
saying?
Omar
If
said,
y'all
fuck
gonna
the Falcons.
and
I get that.
yeah,
Yeah.
but see if
You
if
gotta
you
be
but see if
objective
you're
though,
gonna
man.
you
Drake
gotta
London
be
is the best
objective.
receiver
There
in
you go.
the conference.
You gotta be objective. And
He,
He better than
sit
Mike
he the
here
best
Evans.
receiver in the
anytime,
conference.
He better than Mike
if you
Evans.
sit here,
At this stage of
hold up,
Evans'
y'all.
career, he
Dude,
is.
he fourth.
Hold up,
I'm
y'all.
talking about right now. He's
Hold up.
better than
Right?
Mike
Hold
Evans.
up.
Oh my
Hold up.
God.
Hey, y'all hold up 1 second. Let me finish. If you get in here anytime, and I've heard it on everybody's show, you know what I'm saying? There's Panther podcasts or Panther content creators, and they'll let people come and say the ridiculous shit about fuck this with the Falcons and fuck this with the Saints and fuck this with the Bucks. You're not being genuine. You're not being genuine. You know what I'm saying? You're not being real. Because you can't sit there and say and analyze these teams real 100% and be like, just fuck them. You can't
No,
say
you
that.
can't do that.
And
No.
now we finished in the bottom tier of the damn of the division for the last 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Other than last year, what was we under the Saints? We was the Saints ahead of us last year?
Now
I don't
y'all were
know.
ahead of
It
them.
don't
Y'all
much
were ahead of
matter.
them based on
But
yeah.
what, 1 game, a half a game, or some
No,
shit like
it
that.
was the same record. It was the same record, but y'all strength of schedule was higher than theirs. So
Well,
We got the
yeah,
Red,
tiebreaker on him.
me
So
myself,
however that works.
I'm not jumping off no cliff because we were higher than them because of technicality or some shit like that. If we
right,
went
go.
down there and beat their ass, and then they came up here and we beat their ass, that's when I'm talking shit. You
If you
understand what
took
I'm
it
saying?
from them.
I'm not. Yeah, that I took it from 'em. I'm not talking about. Oh well, and see, and I'm not because the damn other game, all the motherfuckers got hurt in that other game, and so
Stop it.
I
Go.
don't
We're
even
not going
count
to
that.
go. We're not going. We're not
Yes,
having this
we did.
conversation
Yes,
again. Go.
I
We're
am.
not doing this
Yes,
again.
I
Go.
am. I
Go.
am, Omar.
How many times I
I
gotta
am.
tell you? They was playing for their head coach job. They was
I
playing
don't
for
give
their
a
head coach
Omar.
job.
No,
Don't
no,
do
they
that.
fuck they
Don't
no,
do
no,
that.
no, no,
Don't do
no,
that.
no.
Nope.
How
We're
who
not
was
doing
playing
that.
for the hold up, Omar? Who was playing for the head coach job when they was sitting on the bench hurt with busted
Cameron
up
Jordan.
knees and motherfucking
Cam Jordan was
concussions and all
playing.
kinds of shit?
Cam Jordan was playing.
One nigga. One nigga.
Who they linebacker? I can't even think of his name right now. He was playing. They had that
Was the,
linebacker out there.
was
Don't
the
do that,
And a
go.
quarterback on
lot of
the
them
field?
niggas had
Was
checked out.
Derek Carr was out there. Yes, he was. And I think a Kamara was out there.
no, Derek Carr got put out of that game too. And both of them
No, he
motherfuckers
did
starting
it.
wide receivers.
No, Carr
I
finished
know
that
both
game.
they start
No, because
I
Carr
know
threw
both
that
they starting wide
incompletion
receivers.
to Mike Jack to end the game. Carr played that whole game. Go. You see, go just be up here making stuff up. Don't do that, go. Carr played that whole game, that
Omar,
second game. Don't do that.
who finished the game, Omar? Who finished the
I
game?
know Derek Carr. I'm not a Saints fan. I don't care. I just know Derek Carr finished that game
See,
when we won.
see what I'm
I
saying?
ain't going.
See what I'm
I
saying?
ain't going to do that. I ain't going to do that, Goat. I ain't going to do that.
I'm not sitting here giving us that game though. I'm not gonna sit here and give us that game. I'm not gonna sit here and take that game. We won the game. Okay, what to do? You understand what I'm saying?
Go. That's one of the few games we didn't win on the last second field goal. I feel like those are the only games we can claim
And why? And why? Why?
because at least we
People
didn't have to.
hurt.
We didn't have to win it at the buzzer.
Okay.
That's just how
Y'all take
low. That's just how low.
y'all,
That's just how low the Panthers standards are. Goat. That's just how bad we've been.
not for me. Not for me.
No, it's not my
My
standards,
standards
but
high.
they're current standards. Your standards can be high, but we got to look at what the current standards of this team is. The
And
current standards of the the
that's
current
what I can't
standards of
put up
this
with.
team is we get 7 wins next year. That's improvement. That's the current
I
standard.
get like I said once again, I'm not jumping out the window for that. You
You
understand what I'm
can't
saying? Now
because we know the
that's why
bigger
I said,
goal. The bigger goal is a
did
Super
you hear
Bowl.
did
So
you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said earlier? We not even in the building yet. We
Nah,
just
one more
built the first
offseason
step.
goal.
Yeah, we just built the first step for the
Yeah,
steps to get in the motherfucker.
it's a damn good
This was a
start though.
good draft. This was a damn good draft.
Damn
This
good
was a good
draft.
draft. But that's it.
And I ain't gonna insult myself to say nothing different. Y'all had a hell of a draft, man.
Yeah, they addressed
That's
Hell of a
everything
it.
they needed
draft.
to do. It wasn't all
relax.
over the place.
What did I say that needs my last word? Because I didn't say anything crazy. I ain't say nothing crazy. Please let me know. I just said that GOAT and our standards can be high because we understand we want to win a Super Bowl, but you got to look at the current standards to where 5 to a 7 win season next year is a good year to have the fan base.
Well, 5 to 7. I don't know if that keeps our quarterback though. I understand what you're
Hey,
saying.
that's the situation we got. When we cross that bridge, we got to
Yeah,
cross it.
yeah,
I'm with you.
yeah.
It's
I'm
on
with you.
his ass now, though.
There's
That's
no
on his
excuses
ass.
at this
That's on
point.
his
We
ass.
got you running backs, we got you receivers, we got you a line, we got you
Mr.
tight ends. What
Wesley,
the
what's
hell else
going
you
on
need?
there, brother? I see you in here.
Mr.
I just,
West.
yeah, 336. Hold on. Let me see. I'm getting ready to drop the link right now. But
And by the
check
way,
it out.
what's up, DJ?
What's up, man? I'm sorry. my
You
bad
all
too.
right, bro? Omar was on my ass when you
Yeah,
came
he
in here. That's
was.
all
He
good.
I came
Link
Pause.
in the
there.
chat. Link in the
Pause.
I
chat.
just went to the bar
Okay.
and fixed me a drink and let y'all talk, man.
Okay. I say, God damn, Omar jumped on old boy this morning.
With that being said, I'm okay. Now, for the last 3 years, top quarterbacks. The last
Oh
three
boy.
years, top quarterbacks.
Mm-mm.
Here we go. The Washington Commanders, Jaden Daniels. They got him as number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, C.J. Stroud.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Bo
Who?
Nix.
Who go?
Bo
Who number 2?
C.J. Stroud.
With the
C.J.
terrible
Stroud.
year he had last year?
If you want to rate it as terrible,
I
Red,
mean,
you do that.
them your
But not
standards,
me.
brother.
Not
Them
me.
your standards. They ain't
Oh,
mine.
My
okay.
stand,
Okay.
I
I
don't
shut
even
up.
have
I
low
shut up.
standards, and I damn sure don't say he ain't had no terrible
Playoffs.
year last year.
Nah.
Anyway,
Playoffs. I shut up, DJ.
hold
I
on,
shut up.
hold on, fellas. Let me finish. Number 3, Bo Cephas Nicks. Number 4, Caleb Williams. Number 5, Drake May.
Damn.
Number 6, Bryce Young. Number
Out of
Mm.
7,
all them.
number 7, Brock Purdy.
Damn.
Number 8, Anthony Richardson. Number 9, Mike Penix. And number 10, J.J. McCarthy.
How is
Now,
Brock
hold
Purdy
Yeah.
on,
instead of
y'all.
Bryce?
Hold on. Now, I think Bryce, there's nowhere in hell should be in front of Brock Purdy, and Brock Purdy should be number 1 ahead of Jaden Daniels. Because
I
Brock
can
Purdy
agree
has
with
been
that.
to a Super Bowl
Yeah. Yeah. You got to give him
and
that.
NFC champion. So you got
You
to give
gotta
him
get
that.
you got to give him that. He sealed the deal in the NFC Championship. That put him over everybody. He done did
You
it. He
damn
got it.
right.
You got the
And the
experience. You got
only
to.
and the only way that Bryce is over Mike Penix and JJ is because of the games and the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
His
I
length
agree
in
with
the
that. I
in
agree
the
with
in
that.
the
That's it.
in the league.
I agree with
Yeah.
that.
So what do y'all think? What do y'all think?
I agree with that. But they coming now. They coming.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. JJ gonna hit
Oh
the
hell yeah.
field this year. You damn right.
My thing is, if Bryce don't start how he finished that Atlanta game, it's going to be a long season.
Well, they need to go to training camp and play. The heat is on. The heat is on.
Okay. Oh, the
That's
heat
all
is
I'm
on
Hey,
saying.
him.
Ryan, in red form, I love to do this to you.
It's
Who
all
y'all
good.
got at wide receiver? Because it look
It's
like
all
you
good.
only got 2. Yeah, it look like you only got two. You
Three
wanna
three
you
six.
wanna
What
name them
angle
for
you
me?
working? 336. What angle you
Yeah.
about to work?
Well, when
Oh
I
no,
do mine, you
I'm
tell
not
me
off
who.
yet.
No.
I still
Three
got
three
about an
six.
hour, BJ, but I
Three
gotta
three
do this
six.
to him. Who you
Three
got,
three
Red?
six. 336. When I name them, I'm gonna ask likewise of you for you to name me
Now
who
make
y'all
sure
got.
you
Okay.
add the production too. Now, don't after the top two, add the production too. Now,
Okay, so you want me to add the production after the top two? Okay, so I'm
yeah.
assuming
Because we already know who the top
I'm
two
gonna
are.
start. I'm gonna start with Drake London and Darnell Mooney, right?
Yeah, we know who that is. But after them two, who you got?
Okay, so after that, I'm gonna tell you Ray McLeod.
You see
Okay,
how you got no reaction to that? But continue.
I'm gonna tell you Ray McLeod, and number four, I'm gonna tell you Kadero Hodge. Okay, a name that you're not gonna recognize, but he made the Pro Bowl last year, special teams player. But yeah, he put up some numbers. Um, let's see. I don't. Do you need me to give you a whole laundry list of people who are actually nobodies, or you want me to give you impact players?
No. My point is, y'all got two wide receivers. So when you talking about a wide receiver
What?
core, it's not just the
Well,
top two guys. It's
well.
the
Let me ask you
room.
this. I did say Ray McLeod, right?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, and
Okay.
what did he do last year?
Hold on. Ray McLeod being my number three receiver that you admit is a third. You only give me credit for having Drake London and Darnell Mooney. Ray McLeod, as a number three receiver, had more yards than any receiver on your team last year.
Yeah.
You probably done fucked up. But go
Hey,
ahead and
Red.
name
Hey,
me the
Red. What did
receivers
he do
that you
last
got.
year? Yeah, what did he do
Name me the
last year,
receivers
Red?
you got.
They was
Red,
fourth
what
in
did
the
he do
league in
last year?
passing though, man. They
Name
was
me the
four.
receivers you got.
They was four.
I
Okay,
just told
I
you what
got
he
you. Let me
did.
look it up
I
myself.
just
I got
told you
you. No
what he
problem. Hold
did.
on
Nah,
one
I
second.
they
just
was
told you
fourth
what he
in the league
did.
in
So
receiving, bro.
now you're gonna have to give me something more impressive than 686 yards that Ray McLeod had last
I
year.
will say 686 and one touchdown,
Oh,
man.
I'm glad you said that because I think Adam Thielen had about 700 and he missed about 6 or 7 games.
Well, he the two.
Adam
So yeah,
Thielen
he
did
didn't do
not
shit.
have 700. Adam Thielen had 615. But now you all of a sudden now you want to put throw a little shit in there to say
Yeah,
if it
Red, he
hadn't have
had the
been for
same
this, it
production
had.
and he missed 6 or 7 games, brother. Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. Are we only gonna count the players that had 17 games last year? Or I tell you what, 336. Give me the minimal number of games to be included in this list of wide receivers that you're comfortable with.
So it's like I said, Red. I didn't hear what you just said, but when we talk about the wide receiver room, yeah, we're talking
Okay.
about the room, not your top two
What I
guys.
said, I think what I said was important. So let me ask it of you again. Since you don't like me including Ray McLeod because he had more games than Adam Thielen, give me the minimum number of games that we could say a player had to play to be talked about on this list.
Red, what the hell are you talking about?
Okay,
What are you
let
asking
me
me right now?
let me slow it down. Okay, so when I gave you Ray McLeod had more yards than Adam Thielen, you say that's only because Adam Thielen didn't play as many games, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
So
He missed
what
way
I'm
more
asking
games
you
than
for
McLeod,
is
didn't he?
since now you want to put a condition on who to include and who to evaluate when you talk about a wide receiver room, what's the minimum number of games they have had to play? Like they'll say a quarterback has to have a minimum number of attempts to be graded. I want to know the minimum number of games. Is it 10 games that a guy has to have played in? 12 before we can
So
say,
basically,
okay,
what you're saying is, like I said, y'all got two wide receivers, maybe 2.5. Because you want to go deep into technicalities, but really, Red, you ain't saying shit.
now let me ask y'all, BJ, Go, the other people who are on here, is that logic?
Yeah, logic in there.
Who was the first person to talk about a technicality, being that he only played a certain number of games?
That's the Adam
But you
Thielen
want to
point.
accuse me of going into technicalities? That's rich 336. But listen, again, now let me let you spit some. All right, so I'll live in down the hill of Drake London and Darnell Mooney. Go ahead. Tell me which two you have that's better than them two. He didn't hear me again, BJ. His microphone, his audio keep going out when I ask him a really important question for him to come back to.
Now, do
Now,
we
now,
have?
now, now, to
Go ahead.
say to say say that to say anything, our wide receiving corps, y'all, and that's why I made a statement that I made right here the last 2 months prior to the draft when I told you guys that the pick was going to be Tech McMillan. They wouldn't have gave a damn that we got ran on 3,000 yards or whatever. It could have been a monster ass defensive tackle sitting there. Just like people want to say Jalen Walker was a monster ass edge rusher other than Abdul Carter. You understand what I'm saying? I would love to have seen if Abdul Carter would have been sitting there, would they'd have still took Tech McMillan. Because they said proof is in the pudding with what we picked. They did not believe in our receiving core, y'all. We never had an X receiver. Now
Mm-mm.
you're saying that Tech McMillan is going to be our X receiver, and I don't think he's an X like that. You understand what I'm saying? He's a good possession receiver. Yeah, he's a big body receiver. He can box a motherfucker out, this and that. But the way I see an X receiver does everything. X receiver goes over the top, has elite speed, can slow down, can break that thing down, can double move, can do whatever, work in the slot, whatever. And I just don't see him as that.
I think
Is he
I
gonna
think
be?
he's underrated. His speed is underrated, man. Especially after the catch. His after the catch is like a 6 foot person. His after the catch is actually better than Drake London. It really is. You look at the tape. When he get the ball, once he catches the ball, the play is not over. It just started. I think it's
Well,
underrated.
I see Yak, BJ, but I don't see
Mhm.
that second gear. I
He,
don't see that second gear.
I honestly don't think. No, don't think. I think he's actually faster on the field than a 40 show. I think he's fast enough to be a threat. I honestly do.
Now he's gonna be a threat in the red zone if they you use if you utilize him correctly. Yes, he's a weapon,
He's
no
not
doubt.
he's not your average 6'4", 6'5" receiver. He actually has more agility than the normal person his size. Even more than Drake London. I will say that. He's gonna be a superstar, man. I honestly do. I think he
Okay,
is.
okay. Well, like I
We'll
said,
see. I might be wrong, but
yeah,
we'll see.
we'll see. And I'm not saying that we'll see like, oh, we'll
Hmm.
see.
No,
You
no,
know
no.
what I'm
I know
saying? Like
exactly the way you meant
I'm
it.
saying is like,
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I don't he's got to be utilized correctly. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because if you high point it, fuck yeah, he going up and getting that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? The red zone back of the end, because he bodies up motherfuckers like he was getting a rebound or
Yeah.
something
Before
like
the
that.
ball
That's
snap,
it.
it's a mismatch. It's a mismatch before
Yeah,
the ball
it's a
snap.
mismatch. It's a mismatch. It's a
All
mismatch.
day. So if you
It's a
can,
mismatch.
see
I
the thing
agree.
about an X, man, you got to bring that other safety over if you good enough, and then that frees up everybody on the other side. That what a good X
On
do. It
that.
bring that
There you
goddamn
go.
safety
There
over
you go.
there.
And that's where your Xavier Leggett is going to get off.
Yeah,
That's where
that's
your
where he
Jalen
shine.
Walker is going to get off. Yeah, there you go. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
a great pick to be, let's say, be an you know what I'm saying? This I got y'all over here. You know what I'm saying? Type of.
Hmm.
We didn't have that type of
Right.
motherfucker other than Thielen. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
and and see, you got to have the other people to get Thielen in that. Oh, I got y'all over here type moment.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. And then
And
you
you can
got
Hmm.
still throw it to him and on the mix match. You know what I'm saying?
and then
So
you got
it was
Jimmy Horn to mix in with that gadget shit. Cause he gonna be a
bam.
weapon if
There,
he's used
there,
right.
there, there, there you go. There you go. There you go.
If you
So
use him
like
correctly.
like I said earlier, and like I said the other day while the draft was going on, I got to see. what this scheme is gonna be far as, you know what I'm saying, this offense.
It's
I
gonna
That
be
think this
hell.
offense is gonna be run heavy, and then we're gonna throw that ball. And I told y'all, I said Bryce throws the ball probably 15 times a game.
And that's what I see, go.
It's not gonna be no air raid shit. It
that's
ain't gonna
that's
be no air raid shit.
Yeah,
that's what it
that's
No
what
air
I
better
raid
see,
be.
shit.
go.
That's what it better be. That cause you got those
Yeah.
running backs, you got a great offensive line. Run the ball, set up play action, get the ball out of his hands quickly. Run some no huddle when you get in the red zone if you want to, but be smart. It shouldn't be none of this other stuff. He back there holding the ball forever. We're
Yeah,
gonna have a repeat. We're gonna have a repeat of last year if you do that. I'm telling
That's
you.
okay. That's okay. That's okay. Archman and waiting. It's okay.
you're
It's
not gonna
okay.
be high. You're gonna be too high to get him though.
Oh
BJ,
yeah,
not
yeah,
unless we
yeah,
give up the
yeah,
house.
yeah,
Not
Well,
unless we
yeah.
give up the house.
well, go. This is where we come back to this 2-1 thing.
And that's why you
Oh
really
Lord,
ain't
here we
gonna have
go.
the house. You really ain't gonna have the house to get up because I actually think that
We're gonna be
that the
better.
Rams that when they brought Matthew Stafford back after they had that little thing where they were trying to see if they could get a trade for him or if they was gonna run him back or whatever else. He's in the last 2 years of his time with the Rams. Whether he retire, they're gonna let him know that. They done had that discussion. We think you got 2 years left. Depending upon what you want to do at that time, that's up to you. But we going in a different direction. That's why they was willing to forego their first round this year, late first round, and then take our first round next year in exchange for it. They are in the quarterback market with 2 first round picks. So good luck getting ahead of the Rams with them 2 first round picks next year.
And we could have had one of them. Talking around with Brian
And see, and
Burns.
Hey, did anybody read the money?
no, go ahead and do that.
Let me get that
Like,
199 super chat from CJ Hill. I will never forget how y'all glazed Dante last year.
the Krispy Kreme double glaze.
They
and
said sign and wrap him
that's
up, wrap him
that's
up
a
early, go on and
100% fact.
extend him.
Yeah, that's a 100%
Damn
fact
sure
because
did.
see, I can't do that around here no more. I can't do
Ooh.
it around here no more.
I ain't do it.
I'm not gonna do it around here no more. I'm gonna see I'm just waiting on the results on the field. I just
Yes.
tell y'all what I see, and then I'm waiting on results on the field.
Yeah, we better off going homegrown anyway, man.
On results on the
Hey,
field.
Red.
I just tell
Hey,
y'all
Red,
what
how
I
much
see.
you got?
Yeah, we better off going homegrown
Hey,
Somebody
anyway,
got
man.
me.
336.
Somebody got me trapped.
Red,
336.
Red, how much you got on
Three,
our
hold on,
wide
hold on,
receiver
hold
core
on, hold
having
on,
more
hold on, hold
yards
on,
than
hold on,
y'all?
hold on, 336. Let's do this the right way.
Go
Now
ahead,
you
I'm
get
listening. Go ahead,
quiet,
go
then
ahead.
you want to come back and take over. Now it's your turn to answer my
No,
question.
no,
I
no, Red,
answered
Red, I'm in
yours.
here working, brother. Yeah, I'm working right now. That's
All
why.
right, cool.
Yeah.
So I answered yours. So while you have a moment, would you please do me the favor of
Hey,
answering my
Twan,
question?
that was you.
Name your
Hold
two
on,
that's
Red.
better than them two.
Red. Hold on, Red. Hey, Twan, you had major feedback, man. Go out and come back in. You had some feedback. I don't know if you had it playing too loud in the background or you had us playing through a speakerphone or something, but you got major feedback in the background there, bro.
Please, if you would,
Boy.
336. Do that for your boy. Can you hear me, 336?
Yeah, what up?
Can you answer that for me real quick while time permits for you?
What's the question?
My question is, give me the two that you have on your squad that's better than those two that you gave for me off of my squad. Or if it takes you to have a combination of 4, 5, or 6 of them, you go ahead. But give me the two that's better than them
Oh, yeah,
two.
yeah, yeah. That's why I want to bet you, Red. How much you got on our wide receiver core having more yards than y'all?
Hmm.
I take 250.
Hmm.
You said 250?
Oh boy.
Yeah,
All right,
Oh boy.
336. You
Oh,
like
no,
Bryce that
no,
much?
no. We can do it. You can do 100 though.
I'll do 100.
Okay,
Is
hold up
Kitty
now.
All right.
Hold on,
listening?
hold on,
Kitty,
hold on,
is you
hold on.
listening?
Hey,
More,
y'all
Kitty.
hold on,
No,
more
hold on,
total
hold on,
yard,
hold
go,
on.
go,
Hey,
more
go.
total yards
He
hold on,
ain't
though.
hold on.
listening, go. He
Hold
ain't
on,
listening to
fellas.
everything you just
Hold on,
said.
fellas. Hold on now. Now, what's the parameters? 336.
Our wide receiver core will have more total yards than the Atlanta Falcons wide receiver core at the end of the season.
I'll take that.
Damn. That's man. Kitty. Uh to
That's
the room,
That's
please.
$100.
To the front of
Yeah,
the
I'll
That's
take
room.
that.
$100, Red.
I'll lock
Miss
that
Kitty,
in
we
with you.
need you. We need you, Miss Kitty.
I'll lock that in. I'll lock that in.
Damn, 336. I might want some of that.
Yeah, I locked that in.
And he a fan.
Damn,
God, there you go.
dang.
Yeah, I locked that in.
I just told you. That boy ain't gonna throw the ball like that. I just
He damn
told you.
sure ain't.
They gonna run that
Michael Penix,
So,
rock.
so what y'all saying?
Michael
Michael
Penix,
Penix
he
going
gonna
for
throw that bitch.
4,000? Michael Penix
He
going
gonna
for
throw the
4,000? Go.
yes,
I
Is
yes,
think that
Michael
nigga gonna
Penix
be
going
flirt.
for 4,000?
I think that nigga gonna be
Bet.
yes,
All
flirting
right.
with it,
Y'all
bro.
crazy
I ain't
as
even gonna
hell.
lie.
yes,
I think he gonna be flirting with it. I
yes,
ain't gonna lie.
So you telling me that
yes,
a rookie
yes,
quarterback is gonna
yes,
come in the league and throw for
yes,
4,000 goals? Oh
yes.
man, boy,
That's
y'all niggas done lost y'all mind.
Jaden
See what
Daniels
happened
did it.
was
Jaden
y'all niggas
Daniels just
supported
did it, bro.
Atlanta
What you
so
talking
big
about?
last year. Michael Penix ain't Jaden Daniels, man. Everybody ain't Jaden Daniels. Damn.
It's only one Jaden Daniels. That's a fact. It's only one Jaden Daniels. But the fact
The hell
the
wrong with
likelihood
y'all?
of somebody throwing for
So
four
every
thousand
rookie
yards
quarterback
is
it's
not.
just a walking Jaden Daniels every year, ain't it? No,
So, hey,
nigga.
but let me ask you this. Okay, 336. Let me ask you a question.
Don't get mad because you
Does
wrong.
Michael
You about to
Penix
lose your
does
damn money.
Michael Penix throw a better deep ball than Bryce Young?
Logic, how the hell am I wrong and the season ain't even started yet? Shut your stupid ass up. Again,
If you
send it
really
back,
think that
nigga.
nigga gonna come out here and throw and have more receiving yards as a group collectively than Atlanta, you out your damn mind.
God damn, a nigga just told me a rookie quarterback going back to back 4,000 yards. Like, come on, man. How unrealistic are you? Please continue,
Hey,
go.
but 336, 336. I do want to tell you this, and I'm not happy with it. But currently, right now, Kirk Cousins is my backup quarterback. But I'll take that $100 though.
Well, we seen what he about, so we good on that note.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
we know he
about
done.
he was about
Yeah, we know
3,600
he
yards
done.
worth last year.
Yeah, we know he done, Red, and he fell off,
Yeah,
and he fell
yeah.
all the way
Well,
off. We know he done.
well,
We good.
fortunately for me, he's not my starting quarterback. But should Penix falter, I guarantee
Hey,
you,
Red, he
I
fell off,
get.
brother.
Oh,
We all saw it. We
but you
good.
know what? You know what? Let me say this. I know when to be quiet because I got your ass. So I'm a hush.
Hey, sit. Hey, Red, I'll be here. You know I ain't going nowhere.
I know you ain't, but I
Hey,
got
hey,
you.
hey, 336. They said save that money, bro. Save that money. They saying in the chat. They saying save that money.
Go. We already locked in, and I'm gonna come back and talk about you too. Go. We're gonna talk about it later. Don't worry about it.
Well,
I'll
if you
see you
gonna
guys in
talk, if
February.
you
Okay.
gonna, hey, hold up. If
Yeah,
you gonna talk
we'll see
about me,
you in
let me get the
February.
bet
Go.
then.
No,
If you gonna talk
go.
about
The
me,
bed already locked
if you
in.
gonna
Go.
talk
I'm
about me,
gonna see
let me
you
get
in
the bet.
February. We're
If
gonna
you
talk
gonna
about
talk
it.
about me, let me get the bet. If you gonna talk about me, let me get the bet.
I said I'm
I'll
gonna
take
see you
them
in
right there.
February, and we're gonna talk about it. Go.
Okay,
Yeah, we
okay,
locked in,
okay,
Red.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
we
Okay,
locked
but
in.
okay.
336, 336, do me this favor because you obviously you got my attention when you start talking money. But name me the two receivers that you had in your squad last year that was better than Drake London and Darnell Mooney.
Oh, that's the reason why I said y'all got two, but I said that our room is better, and a room is more than two wide receivers.
You still won't answer my question just on his face? All I'm asking for is two names. I guess he had to go back to work. He went out again.
I don't know, but I just
Hey, go,
told y'all the
go,
formula.
go.
I
If he
just
don't come back up the next time and answer that question, I'm telling everybody who listening right now, he capping because he ducking my damn question.
well, y'all
I ain't
locked
gonna
in on
answer
the
it
bet.
again.
Y'all locked in on the bet, Red. Anyway,
Oh,
y'all locked
God,
in
I
on the
take the
bet.
bet, but I wanted him to answer. But when he first started asking me the question, everybody here was listening. I said, I'll answer your question. I said, but will you do me the gentleman's favor of answering my question afterwards? But you see, he ain't answered my damn question yet. So I ain't gonna take up no more of the podcast time by asking him to answer a question that I know he has heard me ask him multiple times. Either he want to answer it or he don't, or he can't answer it.
Well, I tell y'all like this right here. We not gonna have no. I don't see Bryce throwing for no 4,000 or not because I don't like Bryce. And y'all know that. There ain't no
But
elephant in the
but
room.
you
I
see
do not
Penix
like
throwing
Bryce
for
Young.
4,000 though. That's interesting, go.
Yes,
Very
I do.
interesting.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. 336. He throws the better deep
Do
ball.
you care to elaborate?
They're gonna open up the field because I'm doing it right now. They're gonna open up the field more. He's gonna throw that ball down the field more than Bryce Young is this year. I told you it's gonna be a heavy run
Okay.
attack on us, and we're gonna throw the ball. to take McMillan and them boys in the red zone
Do you care to answer
on the
my
30
question,
on down.
336? Or at least do
We
me the
gonna
respect
run it.
as a man to say, no, Red, I don't. Come on, man.
Even if Bryce Young, they have a great season. Let's say we go with that scheme you're talking about. The fact that they're gonna be running the ball more, it's gonna affect his passing numbers. So even
It's
if
gonna
he
affect
has
his
a great
passing
season,
number.
it's gonna affect it. He's not gonna be able to push that because that's requiring him to pass the ball a lot each game, and they're not gonna put him in that situation.
No. Y'all see what happened when they do put him in that situation.
Yeah,
When
it
they
ends
do put him
horribly.
in that situation, y'all see what happened. He throws interceptions. You know, all types of shit like that. The ball floats. Y'all see that shit, man. It's nothing. I'm just saying. His arm gets weaker as the game goes
I,
along.
I was about to ask you that. Go. I wonder what's his range when it starts getting a little bit too heavy, a little too sore. The ball ain't coming out. Like how many times a game work? I
He
wonder where
probably
he
got about
borderline.
30 to 35 in his arm a
They'll
game.
say I'm shitting on him, Lottie. They'll say I'm shitting on him, but you
No,
know
that's
what
a
I'm saying?
lot. That's
Go
that's a
back and look
legit
at the
question.
vid.
That's a
Go
legit
back and look
question.
at. They'll say I'm shitting on him, but go back and
30,
look at the film for the
30.
last
You say 30 to
3 years.
35 times a game.
I think
35
so.
to 40.
I think
That's too
so.
much. You remember they had Andy throwing like 40 times. He couldn't
Yeah.
do it. That's why
Yeah.
Canales benched him, because he couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
y'all.
yeah.
Yeah. Every quarterback don't have that sort of rotation in their arms, man. You know, I mean, Joe Burrow could throw that bitch 50 times a game and come back and do 60 the next week
Matt
if they
Stafford,
need him
yeah,
to do
Matt
that.
Stafford,
Yeah,
Joe
those are
Burrow
different. Yeah, they different. They
Josh
Yeah.
got some
Allen
freak ass.
can't. They
They got some freaky
different.
Yeah.
arms. Yeah, yeah, they
Yeah.
different. That's a
Yeah.
whole different
Yeah.
He
ball game.
can't.
They basically like pitchers, a
Yeah,
starting
yep.
pitcher in
There you go.
the major leagues, man.
Yep.
He
Kyler
can't
Murray
do
can
that.
give you that. Kyler Murray can give you that.
He's a
Hmm.
pitcher. He's a
Yep.
pitcher. He's a fucking pitcher.
Yep.
Yep.
And it ain't no slight. It's just talking about what a player's ability is.
Yeah, ain't no slight. At the end of the day, I
Yeah.
mean, you got the
That's
you
why I
got a
said,
guy that
Red,
might
they
play
y'all got
six.
me shitting on him, Red. I'm not shitting on him, Red. I'm just
No,
telling you what his
Yeah.
ability is.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just
like you
telling you
said,
what
you
his
got that
ability is.
guy that might do 6, 7 straight innings. Then you got that nigga that's independent, ain't nothing but a closer.
Yep.
And when he come in, he got one job to do. We ain't
And
everybody
whether
not
they
made the
like it
same.
or not, go from what you said, Logic,
And
Canales
I
doesn't want Bryce to do that. That's why
That,
he's
that
telling
that's the
you
yeah,
he gonna
that's the
run the
biggest thing.
ball.
That is the biggest thing. He do not want
Yes.
Bryce to do that. So we gonna run this ball. You got multiple running backs who can catch the ball out the backfield. This is gonna play to his strengths. We ain't gonna ask you to get out here and throw it 50 times a game. That's that
Yeah.
No,
that's
they ain't. They
you
no,
gonna hurt the
no.
boy.
He knows that. He know he can't do that. He knows.
No.
He know. The man said he benched the boy because in certain situations he cannot do what he need him to do. He can't
Yep.
run every play in the playbook. This and that at that time. At the time
Yep.
when he benched, he said
Well
Andy
go
Dalton gives us the best chance to win. Every
well
time
go.
anybody try to get him in a hole, he said Andy Dalton gives us the best chance to win
It went over
because
their
I
heads. They thought he was just benching him because of bad play. But it like you
no.
said, it was also, hey bro, physically he can't do what I'm at to ask these guys to do
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Yep. It wasn't just bad play. It's the fact I gotta this game gonna require them to air this bitch out 50 times a game. And it gives me the best chance to win.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't have the personnel right now to run the ball like that. I don't have this and that right now. You know what I'm saying? Now, by the time when we had to do it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see how we attack people differently. We just didn't have the defense, you know what I'm saying, to go out there and play ball like that, on some of them games that then y'all said Atlanta didn't have no defense at all. I keep trying to tell y'all that. You keep hollering about the Atlanta game. You know what I mean? That's why he did what he did. And Chuba, you see what Chuba did in New York over there in Germany. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. We had Chuba toted the rock damn near 300 times. And I keep telling y'all, he cannot continue to do that. You just paid him. He will not make it these 4 years we paid his ass. Running that bitch 300 times a year, he ain't gonna be able to do it. That's why they went out there and got the rest of them running back. You gonna be able to do it. Real
Hey, go.
HANT,
Will you admit?
$2 super chat. He says anything over 25 attempts is too much, 15 to 25. And I agree with you,
Hey, go.
real HA. I agree.
Now let me ask you a question about that, go. Would you admit that our head coach wants to throw the ball and throw the ball a lot?
He want to. He want to, but he know he can't.
No, 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 no. What I'm asking you is, regardless of what the circumstances were last year, he still called pass plays way more
With
than he
Andy
called run
Dalton.
plays. Correct?
With Andy Dalton.
No, 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 no. Throughout the entire season, go look up the breakdown between pass and run calls.
Well, okay, 3-3-6. Then why? I'm just saying the New York game, like I just said a while ago. Why did you have that and then Bryce didn't have like what? Bryce had 80 some yards, 90 some yards, or
No,
something
no,
like
no,
that.
no. I'm not talking about the final outcome. I'm talking about the actual play call itself, not the amount of yards gained on the play call or
But
whether it was successful or not. Just the
but that's what
call
we was talking
itself.
about. Though. Oh, you just talking about the calls. Okay, but I'm talking about you talking about the calls, but I'm talking about the results. The results is just like we were saying. He might have called 30, 40 plays, but what happened to the boy threw the shit in the dirt, this and that.
And go,
That's what
even
Logic
though
was
it was
just saying. Did a nigga
unsuccessful, even all the way throughout to the end of the season, he continued trying to pass the ball. He wants to
but
pass the ball, y'all.
three three
But
six.
that's the thing.
We
He
talk
got to
about the
know by now
results
that he
of it.
can't
He
do
can't
that.
do it. He can't do it.
If he comes in this year again and tries that again, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah,
It's
y'all don't
gonna be
think he
bad.
didn't see that last year too, and he still continued to try it?
No, because there were games where Chuba got a bulk of the carries. They literally had drives where Bryce didn't do any passing. He just kept handing the ball off. That one overtime win, he didn't pass it, but maybe one time that entire drive. There was,
Man, Twan, your shit is terrible, man. You ain't, I don't know where you at. If you in something, I don't know. You breaking up and you had echo or something a while ago. Somebody got some. It's terrible. Yeah, but yeah, you're absolutely right, Logic. He just
that, that'll be the biggest fear, man. That he gets these receivers in here, and instead of
yeah, man, Canales said it. He has to call the game differently with him in there. Nick Saban said it. He has to call what the coordinator over there, Bill O'Brien, had to
yeah,
call the
Bill
game
O'Brien.
differently with him over there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
That's just who he is, y'all. That's all I'm saying. No knock against him. I'm not shitting on him today. I'm not gonna shit on him today. I'm just saying this system we got good guys in there now. Y'all see how they picked them guys. Y'all see what they went out there and got. The taller 50-50 ball yak guys that they went out there and got. They didn't went out there
Well,
and got five
And you
guys,
think he
six
got them
guys.
guys to run the ball? Go. You think he picked up them guys to run the ball?
Who you talking about? ETN and them boys?
No, I'm talking about
That's
your two first round wide receivers, back to back years. You think he did that to run the ball?
what I'm saying is 336. No, we know that. We know they got them to be receivers to go in there, whatever. But they didn't go get Ted McMillan to come out here and talking about he getting ready to be Justin Jefferson and go over the top or anything. They went back and got Jimmy Horn. So he not gonna do that. And 100%, we'll see. We can sit here and we can discuss it and we can go back and forth about it all year long. We gonna see what happens when we get out there on the field. Come September, August, whenever, whatever, looking at the preseason, if they play in the preseason or whatever they do. That's just the way I feel they're gonna do by judging Bryce Young and his skill set from Alabama all the way to what hell, even Logic gave you modern day. I ain't gonna say I watch no modern day football because I didn't. I ain't even gonna tell y'all that lie.
well, I did modern day and Servite. They two of the top programs in California. They put out people every single year. Nah, what's the likelihood? What is the likelihood of Canales really taking it serious and making this a heavy run game with a play action type scheme? Because he's yet to do it. He's yet to do it.
Well, what's the likelihood of him telling Bryce Young to go out there and throw that ball 40 times?
Oh Lord, that's my concern. That's my concern that he got these receivers and he gonna think, well, shoot, we can air it out now, but that ain't our strength. That's not our
And I
strength.
yeah, I see what 336 is saying. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
me
saying?
too. But
But I
yeah,
wouldn't suggest it. I wouldn't suggest it. If he thinking that, he gonna be sadly mistaken. I put it like that. He more of
I
a
mean,
fool than I thought he was.
yeah, I mean, we've already went through that season where we try to do a bunch of passing. We got away from it. We changed up the run scheme, and that's when we
All
had
right.
Miles Sanders that first
Now
year.
he
It was
go back
terrible.
in the first round at pick 8 and get a wide receiver. And y'all telling me it's gonna be something different. Okay, I believe you. All right.
Just
Well, the
because you
reason
get
why I
a,
knew that
just
because
because you,
they wasn't satisfied with that receiving room. Adam Thielen is leaving next year. You're not gonna sign Adam Thielen back. Then right now, y'all really wasn't impressed with Leggett. Jalen Coker, y'all motherfuckers said that Jalen Coker was gonna surpass Leggett as an undrafted free agent.
and
So go.
So
You
what that
telling me
mean?
that he picked a wide receiver at 8 again now to change up the plan? Okay.
that was the whole purpose of him going after Metcalf. They bombed on it, so he went and got Ted McMillan
And why was he going after another wide receiver again?
because they
Because he
not
want to do
satisfied
something
with the
different, like
group.
y'all said.
They not
Okay.
satisfied with the group.
There was one. I say there was one available, but they was not satisfied with the room. They was not satisfied with the room. And the thing is, every time over whatever, over anything, they gonna say that boy is gonna be top priority to get him a weapon in the building.
That's what you said.
And I see that now. I 100% see that now. I don't give a fuck what's going on. If they run on our ass again this year right here, that boy is gonna be top priority to get him a weapon in the building. My thing right here, I say come in the next draft, and I done told everybody the next draft with our top motherfucking pick. If you say,
Hey, man.
uh, we gonna sit here and we're going on with Bryce Young, and they go ahead and pay Bryce Young or whatever they do, or the quarterback position. If they say we're good with the quarterback position, just like we went in this draft right here, we knew we weren't gonna pick no quarterback. It better be a middle linebacker, a Mike linebacker, the leader of our defense. That's what I'm picking with my first pick next year. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows this. But if they go up there and say a Mike linebacker sitting there and another offensive weapon for Bryce Young, I will put a bet on it that they take the motherfucking weapon for Bryce Young. Somebody doing something in the back. I got hey man, y'all mute out if you're doing a lot of moving around. Figure out who it is that got the audio messed up right now. Who moving around, y'all, with a lot of noise? It was 336. But yeah, when you stop moving around 336 with a noise right there, I'll put you back in. But anyway, man, it's been a good one. It's been a good, cool one. I wasn't gonna be here long anyway today. Uh,
Appreciate you, GOAT.
All right, fellas, man. I just
yeah,
got back.
Appreciate you, BJ.
Oh, for sure, man.
yeah, I wasn't gonna be here long anyway today. Man, let me get some last words. Let me get a last word from you, BJ.
My opinion, a draft addressed a lot of needs. I know we still got a lot more needs might be addressed in free agency. And we gonna fill up this shopping cart again 12 months from now, fellas, and then the rebuild should be pretty much finished.
Yeah. I'm thinking 12 months from now. That's a good point, BJ. I believe
Hmm.
I'm really gonna be able to. I want to get back to the point of talking shit to the red swarms of the world. You know what I'm saying? The pewters of the world. You know what I'm saying? The
Yes, sir.
here the legends of the world and all them guys, man. I want to get back to where I'm able to. Y'all don't realize uh being on the NFC South podcast and shit like that, and we
Yeah.
can't say a damn word. We ain't won a motherfucking game, and we hosting the motherfucking NFC South roundtable. What kind of feeling is that? You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? That ain't
yeah.
hitting on shit.
Mm.
Uh, 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 how this franchise and fan base torn in half, still kind of torn in half about the quarterback, or around here drafting the same position over and over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then having arguments about, wide receivers and total yardage and how the scheme gonna come out. That means we don't even have an identity offensively, really, because we arguing about what they getting ready to do for our
That's a
scheme wise.
fact. That's a fact.
So I appreciate it, BJ. Hey,
Yes,
Red
sir.
Swarm, let me get one.
Yes, sir. Go. Well, hey, all I'll say is this. Uh, enjoy it while you can. The days of just kicking Red Swarm in his teeth and saying that he ain't shit and his Falcons ain't shit, it's coming to an end. Yeah, it's getting close. You're gonna have to put up or shut up. And again, like I say, I'm open for all monies, all bets. Let me know what you want to do. And if it sounds like something I can get down with, I'll make the bet with you. So, but listen, man, uh, you know, I like I said earlier, I give credit where credit is due. Y'all had a good draft, very, very good draft. But y'all ain't this is where a lot of people lose it at. You're not the only team that had a good draft. So other teams are out here trying to improve too. So, like I said, the time is coming. It's gonna be time to put up or shut up soon. And then we'll have these debates, like Goat said, as we get down throughout the season. Hey, this your boy, man. Y'all know I got love for you over here. It don't matter how much hate for me over here it is. I got love for you over here, man. So I'll catch y'all on the flip side.
Yes, sir.
No doubt. We appreciate it, Red. And just like you said, man, when I get my last word, my little spiel. Um, yeah, I just want to get to the point back again, man, where we playing competitive ball. No matter who's back there behind center, no matter who's back there, what I'm saying, on the defensive line or whatever. I think once again, this was a hell of a draft. Uh, it's like I said, it's the first step. Say
Hmm.
if you got 3 steps going into your house, this is only the first step, y'all. The first.
Yeah.
This is where we said Dan Morgan them could not fuck this draft up. This draft was loaded. They didn't fuck this draft up. This draft was loaded. Now whether you say they should have got the defensive player versus Tech, I like the Tech McMillan pick. And like I just told y'all, they're gonna get Bryce Young a weapon before they go to that defense, because then y'all gonna hear some more. I'm gonna well, I add on to this what I'm getting ready to say, because Everett is out of here. But some people don't like him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They will not re-sign him. You know what I'm saying? And I think we're gonna go more of a 4-3 base than you see this 3-4 base. You know, and like I said, I will elaborate on it a little bit more as the season goes a little bit longer, and then you're gonna see what kind of defense we're gonna be in, majority of the time. Because I think this next guy that come in is gonna be a 4-3 guy. I'm just saying, and it'd be one of Dan Morgan's buddies.
Mm.
I think he has him being a 4-3 linebacker. I think he has kind of told Tepper, "Hey, this is probably what we need to do."
Shout out to Temple too, man.
Shout
He's
out to
calmed
Tepper.
down.
He's
He's
calmed down.
calmed down.
But BJ, like I told these guys over here, Tep being the owner, and this is his money, this is his team. He not gonna get nobody control over that first pick. Now, second, third on down, y'all good. But that first thing is gonna be his jewel. That's gonna be his nigga to parade around with. You see what I'm saying? So
His
he gonna
book.
have some say so. Yeah, yeah, his boy. He gonna have some say so in that damn first pick. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna tell him what the hell going on with that first pick.
I know
Dan
Nikki.
Morgan,
I know
Darren
his
Morgan.
wife ain't got no problem with it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
go quiet as kept. I think mostly every owner do that, man.
Every
They
owner do that.
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
ask keep me right in here in the decision process because that's the guy who they look to make changes to their franchise, man, to their
That's the
business.
face of a franchise, mate.
Yes, sir.
Potentially face of a franchise.
Yes,
So
sir. Go.
they ain't gonna give you but so much leadway, that general manager, with that first pick. Now, if y'all
Yep.
always see him, that first pick, he's in the mix. The second
Yep.
one or whatever, he kind of second, third, whatever, he kind of laid back. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Hmm.
Now he was smiling like hell when we picked up Cam God damn it. What's that boy? Cam is it Johnson or Jackson? Cam
The
Jackson.
big tap. The big
Cam
tackle.
Jackson.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
Yeah,
ready
that's
like a
Jackson.
motherfucker now when we got that meat on that damn
Yeah.
line.
He wasn't supposed to
So
be
Yep.
there
he
either.
yeah, yeah. So he understands, you know what I'm saying, what we needed. So
Yep.
don't y'all just get like, man, Temple worse than it. And one thing about Temple, look at that. Look what we got now. Right there in the middle of the motherfucking city. A motherfucking indoor practice facility. We ain't had no shit like that. He put his money where his mouth is now.
Yeah. He
That's one
makes his
thing he do.
mistakes. He's made his mistakes. I think he's learned from them.
So
Yep.
we'll have a tap show and we'll go like that. The day was supposed to be about the power rankings. Y'all know how we do, man. We talking
Yes,
smack when
sir.
I'm on here. We go wide range of this and that. We might start here, but we'll finish over there. So it don't really matter. But we
And
other
Gold,
than
I
that,
appreciate you pulling up on the power rankings. You know, I had text you about that. I like it. I follow the power rankings every week when they come out. No matter whether
oh
my
yeah.
team high on it or low on it, I like to see what's going on around the league, man.
Yes, sir. My biggest thing though, Red, like I told you when I hit you back, I said, I'm gonna do it, what I'm saying, pre-draft and post-draft, just
Oh
to
yeah, yeah,
show them,
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
We
yeah,
didn't, like
yeah,
I said,
yeah,
we didn't move the needle but two spots, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
yeah,
it wasn't gonna be like, shit, we picked up these niggas and we moved all the way up into the top 10. No, y'all, we got a lot of mountain to climb, bruh. We got a lot
yeah,
of damn mountain to climb.
yeah,
And just
yeah,
like
yeah.
Red said, when we was out there drafting, other motherfuckers was out there drafting. Y'all
Yep.
got to realize that. So, you know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Hey, it is what it is. Man,
It
we'll
is
see
what it
y'all guys.
is.
I don't know if it'll be tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be the next day. But when we do, y'all come on in here and don't bring that bullshit with you. All right, I'm out.
All right, man.